Hey, Asha the Soca, we are back. You know, it's been a while. No, it's just been the other day. You know, we live in studio once again with my wonderful co-host.
Annie, hello guys, we are back.
And let's see, we are different.
I said we switched it up.
Yeah,
it's because we've got a lot of people.
Yeah. We have a full cast. We have a full cast from across Notting Hill Carnival.
Yeah.
That's going to be representing. You know, the people on the ground, which is most important, we believe. The people the foot soldiers, that go through the trenches, that do all the nitty gritty, and who does wind down low and polish, you know, polish the asphalt as well, you know. So, Asha the Soca, we have a fantastic cast with us today. And first and foremost, thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much.
You know, for sharing all your time with us.
Inviting
So, we're meant to have 6.
And I was going to say,
we're meant to have 6, and I'm pretty sure if it is you've watched our podcast before, there's always bad talk one person who always late and has never made it onto our podcast.
Yep.
You understand? But always saying he coming. So Olia, he
coming.
He might just be coming. And we have a space over there for him. You understand me?
I think we should take times. How late is he going to be?
You know, so should we take bets right now? Yeah. So, Digga D. Good evening, Digga D.
How are you?
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good? All right. Glad to have you on board. Digga D, so what time you think Em is getting here? Like 5 minutes into the podcast, 10 minutes into the podcast?
I'm going to say 20 minutes.
20 minutes into the podcast. Yeah. DC. Gavin DC is on live with us on Asha the Soca. Represent.
I'm going to say he's not going to make it. But even if he does, he's so small we won't see him anyway. So.
Right.
You see how it's going to go today, guys.
For you, how long you think?
No earlier than 20 minutes.
No earlier than 20 minutes. So you and the guys 20
Yeah.
minutes, right? You say he ain't reaching.
Yeah, reaching.
You understand? All right. And Olia, we have 2 lovely ladies with us, including of course with Annie on board. You know, but she's a regular. But we have 2 lovely ladies with us joining us on set. Lisa.
Yes.
Love Doctor.
Hey.
As I just call her Love Doctor. You know? What time you think Triple M getting here? Within 20 minutes of we starting now? Because we start like 5 minutes now.
Well, I don't know the individual that well,
but
he's never early.
From what
I mean, take the woman advice, eh?
I would say maybe in the next 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Can I just pause for 1 second? Bearing in mind, he's already an hour late, but let's
Well,
continue.
Well, okay, we're doing it from now?
From now.
Because we just started, right?
Yeah.
So I would say next 15 minutes.
Next 15 minutes.
Give him 15.
Right. And now, Carnival Slayers is in the house. Hey. You know? Now, so what time are you giving Triple M first of all?
Well, everyone else has said 20 minutes. I'll say 22 minutes.
22 minutes. Wow, 22 minutes. All right, cool. Cool.
No,
so,
I feel like we're on prices. I feel like we're on prices.
We're on
right?
prices. Higher. Come on down. So that means.
Come on.
I'm gonna time it. I'm gonna time it. You know, I'm gonna time
what's the
it.
price?
You know, don't worry. We'll sort that out later. We'll sort that out later. Everybody, somebody else want a prize, eh? You can't just do something for doing something. Sing. All you always want something. Anyway, so as we have all the guests here, we just want you to do all the plugs one time. So we go in from the ladies first, of course.
Yes.
So Carnival Slayers, can you give us your tags?
Where can people
find you? You know?
Okay. Well, at Carnival Slayers for everything. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, pretty much everything there. Yeah. And if you're feeling ambitious, you know, could add Slay Your Experience as well, our photo booth company, our media company. So, Slay Your Experience without the E. It's an X. And that's it. Slay Your X. If you put that on...
So,
Slay Your
whoa.
Guys.
Why?
That will blow my mind.
It wasn't meant to have pun as well. But for those that know. But anyway.
This is not a podcast. We ain't going on that road. It's not a podcast.
We're not that type of podcast.
So the Carnival Slayers, Slay Your Experience. Lisa?
No tags for me because my page is just private. But I used to do a bit of relationship coaching.
Okay.
So that's no longer as active. But I mean, just Lisa. Just
Lisa?
Me,
All right, cool.
Yeah, dentistry, fitness, you know, health and just love. That's it for me.
And
Big fat
I have him sipping on. We're sipping on the tops.
In 2 cups, yeah, look.
In 2 cups.
Yeah, that was because. Anyway, we've been here an hour waiting for Triple M, but anyway, Anyway, so yeah,
Where can
Tubbs,
we find you?
Big Bad Tubbs TV, and that's Insta, Twitter. I should use more, but
It's X now.
X.
Formerly,
X,
no.
come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm old school, man. It's still Twitter. I'm still tweeting. That's X. All right, cool.
Your X.
X, not slaying X's, but anyway, yeah. But yeah, also Soca Karaoke. Got to big them up, part of that,
Yes,
that
yes,
team.
yes,
Part
yes.
of the team, but it's not me, but Triple M. Anyway.
It's a fantastic team.
All right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, big up.
Hello.
Mr. Gavin DC.
I am
That's
DJ
smile.
Gavin DC at DJ Gavin DC. Also on SoundCloud at DJ Gavin DC. I'm a DJ, mic man, all these kind of things. I'm also the #1 fan of the Shot of Soca podcast.
I tell you,
I claim it.
and the truth shall set you free. Amen.
And I said it's so good to be. I mean, this guy's really famous.
Oh
Symmetry
man, don't
I mean,
start.
I mean, I'm starstruck right now.
Oh, Lord.
Ridiculous.
It's a broma.
I don't know how to
Is it
sit
the
up.
broma?
And
Only
you sit
the
on
old
opposite
podcast.
That's why
ends.
you're sitting opposite each other so you can just
Look into his
stare-
eyes.
Yeah, stay loving at each
That's a
other.
moment, man.
Right. And watch me, we have real celebrity in the house. Digga D.
Yeah.
Digga D is in
celebrity,
the
boy.
house.
You
Oh,
are.
yeah,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
Digga
yes.
D is in the house.
Nah.
If you all know how long it is I want to have Digga on the show,
Behave yourself.
we want to have Digga on here, you know. He is a pioneer within the UK soca community, and he is very much influential in a lot of stuff. With you see the same event calendar always get
Yes.
every year.
Well, you know where to go
that's
because of this man.
This guy
here.
right here, Digga
Give you
D.
ticket links as well.
You understand?
Listen,
Everything, you know.
we
The
appreciate
mastermind.
you.
He's one of my
We
partners in
appreciate you.
crime on Bacchanal Radio. You know, but with all further ado, Digga D, let them know who you are. And where,
Okay.
you know?
So I'm also a DJ, Soca DJ at that as well. So you can find me at Digga Soca on all social media platforms. I had to make sure I organize it that way because you know
Yeah,
how
so-
names get taken quickly.
Yes.
So I was like,
consistent branding. It makes
who
it
can I
easier.
represent myself as?
Yep.
Digga. What do I like? Soca music. So that was it. That's how I came
Nice.
about.
Digga D
Nice.
Soca.
Nice,
Nice.
nice. Well, you know what? Glad to have you. Glad to have all of you.
So,
Yeah.
Digger, isn't it dope how they gas you up with it?
I know, right?
I love
No,
it.
but no.
They did it better for me the last time, but you know what? It's
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
It's all right.
yeah, it's
I'll
so
hold on
good.
to that. That is
So
deep in
good.
my soul. No, I appreciate it from the last time, so that can carry through
I was
to
just
the
gonna
next
say,
few
you're-
times.
you're
Next few
seasoned
times,
Do
yeah.
you
guest.
understand? Yeah, that's all right. So next
Yeah.
time I come on, I'll still hold that dear to my heart. I'm
Listen,
just saying.
Next time,
I
I'll
just
do
love
it.
How only Tubbs and Digga get the big up though? Like,
No, but I didn't get it today.
oh, okay. Right,
I didn't get it
You just
today.
did it once.
But I got it
So
once, and that was
your first
enough.
time.
That's
But the
enough.
thing is, Annie,
Yes, but
Gavin DC big up himself and then big us up, right? So we don't need to do anything. you
you
understand,
did the
man?
work for us. Thank
You
you.
understand?
okay.
Lisa, just make sure she let everybody know if it is you need a teeth sorted, she'll sort it for you. You understand, man? And then we had a whole experience happening in the corner here. You understand? We had a whole experience happening in the corner here. So I think everybody did what they needed to do. And I just wanted to make sure and highlight Digga D because of the hard work that he puts out there is not
Yeah.
very much recognized.
100%.
Well, I didn't
100%.
know.
You
So
understand?
now
It's
I
not
know.
recognized
Yeah,
in
you
its
know.
entirety, you know? And he deserves his flowers,
Absolutely.
100%.
you know?
100%.
100. So we have the introductions.
Yes.
Then
Let's
we
get to the
get
back now.
then we get straight into it.
Down to business.
Notting Hill Carnival.
Can I do mine? Sorry, go.
Then you
No.
go, then. I
No,
go,
no, no,
I-
no, no,
no,
no,
you
no.
good, you good. You go, then I go, then you go, then I go.
I just want to do quick. I do this every time now. Your experience for Notting Hill Carnival, out of 10, Nye, what would you give Notting Hill Carnival this year?
I would actually say I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
I'll give it a 9. Yeah, there's only one thing that I wasn't happy with,
Okay, we'll
which
come.
we're going to talk about
Yep,
later.
we'll come to
But
it.
yeah,
Is it the
A 9.
season or just the road?
Just
Notting
Hill Carnival Road
Road.
Road experience.
Road
experience. Oh, see that now.
actually, I'm making mine at 8. Sorry.
Okay.
Boy,
Yeah. See, this is what I mean. I feel like for me, I would do like maybe like a 6 or 7.
okay, but you didn't do 2 days,
No,
right?
I did 1 day.
Okay.
Right. We'll get to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for that one day,
That one, yeah.
your Sunday was 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tubbs.
Tubbs.
I feel like I'm gonna say a 7.5.
Okay.
Can I use halves?
Yeah, you can
use
use
halves.
Alright, cool.
up
7.5.
to 10, right?
Seven-
Yes.
Yeah, 7.5.
It's a
What do you
cop-out.
mean? 7.5, man.
Way.
Yeah.
Start, out the gate.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Said we'll come to the wise. I just want to get the
A solid 8 for me.
a solid 8.
Solid
Solid.
For me, it was a game of two halves. I think 7 because it was kids' day for us, and then adults was problematic. So I'm gonna give it like 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you can see, right?
We did ours last time.
Yeah, we did ours, but you could see the contrast because Nai was on the road playing costume.
She was stunning, but yeah.
Tubbs, you was doing pan, right, Tubbs?
Yep.
Yeah, Tubbs was doing pan.
And
then we
fun
have the
mass,
DJs,
but yes,
and then we have
Yep.
the DJs over there.
Yep.
His own was a 8, and his own was a 5.
Yes.
So we have like a really nice
Said
range.
it's
you
going to
know?
be an
Yeah.
interesting conversation.
Interesting conversation.
I did 2 days.
Anybody want to
Yes,
answer for Triple M?
Where is Triple M?
Where is he?
You understand
Wow.
that? But
We'll
cool.
get his.
So
8 minutes.
so overall, first let me just highlight a few things, right? One, shout out to Rocket with Row,
Yes.
and condolences to you and your family.
Yes.
Let me make sure and say
Get
that as
that,
part
yeah.
of the Carnival community,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we're
Yeah,
here
shock
in
it.
any capacity that you need us. My shout out Soca sends love to you and your family. All right, Rocket with Row.
Yeah.
Secondly, watch me. Let me just get this out of the way, and I'm not saying it in a negative way. Let me
Yes.
just make sure I make the statement.
Yes.
Notting Hill Carnival is a big experience with a lot of people gathered together, right? And there are things that happen good on the road. There are things that happen great on the road. There are things that happen fantastic on the road. But we all know that the only thing that sells is what's bad on the road,
Yep.
right? What's negative on the road. Hey!
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 50
Hey! Hey!
What was the
13,
time?
13.
I said, come straight in.
13 minutes.
Come
13.
straight in.
I's a
Come
boss.
straight in.
I's a boss.
Come straight in.
The boss
Walk
lady.
straight in
Give me
there.
my pride.
Walk
She said,
straight
give
in
me my
Give me
there.
pride.
my
Walk
pride.
straight in. Oh yeah?
Come sit down, partner.
Triple M
Pour yourself a drink.
is in the house.
Oh boy,
I thought that you
Wow,
have to take a
Triple
shot,
M is in
Jamie.
the house.
Yeah.
he's so special. He bought his own cup.
He brought his own cup, everything.
Remedy cup and
You know?
everything. You know?
Triple M
I want
is
one of
here
those.
all year.
Hey,
Triple
we're gonna
M
get
is
we're gonna
here.
get one of them on Saturday.
Hey.
Hey, Triple.
Why not?
Triple M
That's
is
what put on the
here.
choice tonight.
Wow.
Right.
And
Take a
pulling
shot,
my
bro.
close
You have to
here.
take it-
Pulling
you
my
have to
close
take
here.
it.
one
Bro.
time. Take the
Just-
shot, man. Let me take a shot with him on it. He's here.
There
Take
you
a
go.
shot with him,
Hey.
everybody.
Shot,
Hey. Boom. Cheers, everybody.
shot, shot.
Woo.
So why you late?
Hey, hear this one, woo.
Strong boy.
London traffic.
London traffic. Yeah, you can pull the mic back. Pull it back. Pull everything. No, pull the lever back. Yeah,
Or
that's
pull
it.
yourself back.
Yeah.
He said,
This is
Yeah, right.
What's the highlight?
So we'll come back to Triple M in a minute.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Don't-
come back
yeah.
to Triple M.
Yes, back to
as
what
I
you
was
were
saying,
as a serious
with
message.
regards to, we know there's a lot of stuff that happens on the road and in and around Notting Hill Carnival on the 2 days that we're there. And unfortunately, as we know, the things that are really highlighted is negative. Only if you go to a specific place, you will get the positive side of it, which was Notting Hill Carnival on YouTube and some of the other television stations that took little shots and whatever. Condolences goes out to the families of those who have been lost or who have been injured during Notting Hill Carnival. Based on research that I have done, one incident happened just before 6 o'clock in the evening, and one incident happened at 11 o'clock at night. So if you put that in perspective, one could be contributed to or within the realms of it happening within Notting Hill Carnival,
Yes.
and the other incident happened
It's a
within
bank
the
holiday.
area
Yeah.
of Notting Hill Carnival.
Yeah, 'cause
What
11 is quite late.
what was really frustrating is that it's always attributed in a negative connotation towards Carnival and our culture and what our culture represents. Our culture doesn't represent anything negative. It's all about expression. It's all about love,
and
unity, and
unity.
togetherness. However, for whatever reason, people coming for we from different corners, and all I will say to each and every person that's listening or watching a shot of Soca, they can't take it from me. We will set up anywhere.
Yes.
And we will have we culture.
Yep.
We will keep it right there. Or anywhere. If it is they decide that we don't belong there, we will still go there. Because that is how it started in the first place.
I said unruly and disorderly.
But when you say they, we mean certain section of the media, right?
Yeah,
this isn't everybody.
Yeah, of course.
No.
There are people that have an agenda.
Yeah.
And they will always fit the narrative for what they want to sell newspapers or whatever. So just to add that as a caveat.
Yeah, of course. And Carnival says when it is you when people message you or DM you about Notting Hill Carnival and about the violent side, because that's what they say, the violent side, which it blows my mind. You know, what do you say to them? Or what do you say in conjunction to that?
It's a tricky one because the conversation this week, well, I say this week, last week has been, oh my gosh, that's my last carnival. I'm not going to carnival anymore. It's too dangerous. It's too scary. But I tend to find that the people that say that a lot are people who are not from the culture, people who don't understand carnival. And I'm like, but you wasn't actually coming to carnival anyway, like for the same reasons as myself. So you staying at home and not coming carnival next year, that's on you.
Don't come.
What
Fiona said,
don't
come.
As Fiona Compton said, don't come. Don't come. You know, so when I do hear those types of comments, that's usually from people that are not really deep in. Either it's people who are from the culture, but they haven't been carnival in years, and they may have like gone like recently and thought, nah, this is the reason why I don't like going carnival. And then some of the people are not from the culture. Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Okay, nice. So Triple M, you're here, right? We jumping your straight in.
Yes. I have to ask him his.
I mean, you talk to your partner. We're not ready to come here.
We were friends.
No, we are friends now. But I want Annie talk to you before I
Before you cuss.
Before I know. It's not me only, you know. It's our people inside here. Anyway, when you're watching back.
He said, yeah, you need to watch your back. But no, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
DJ Triple M here. First of all, let people know where they can find you.
You can find me on any social media platform at DJ Triple M, or in some kind of party in effect. Everybody spinning some music.
With your rum in your hand.
With a glass in my hand.
With a bumper in front of you.
Nah, not always.
No,
sometimes it's decks.
Sometimes it's just Gavin. Let's not start, okay?
Oh, jeez. Nice.
So, we've asked everybody already, your Notting Hill Carnival this year, out of 10, what would you give it?
And
just no reasons why, just...
On the road carnival.
On the road.
Not the season.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, okay. Well, now you can come for him.
Oh, now I'm coming for you. It's good to see you, brother. You know, longer it is you've been telling me you're coming. How much different flights you take to get here? Where you take train, bus, ferry. You borrow any little rowboat and thing.
That I'm taking for my carnivals next year.
Third attempt.
This is your third attempt,
It's third attempt or fourth?
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
To the fourth attempt.
And there's been
in 2 years, right?
Every single time there's been a valid reason why I've missed it.
All right,
So,
but we welcome you to Asha the Soca. Hey,
I'm actually really happy to
You make it.
Well, it never happens until it's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
So
you make
this
it.
is the
Everything
one.
happens when it's meant to.
You know, so it's interesting that we have 3 DJs on that side. You know, the 3 DJs on that side.
Set up or was
You
it?
know?
No.
Yeah, I didn't set it up so, but both of you all said 8 and Digga said 5. You
Yes.
know,
Okay.
so what I will ask in terms of your experience, in terms of what is nice said, Gavin already said his piece. Either you or Digga could respond in terms of the violent aspect, because obviously for DJs you all have such a vantage point
Yeah, you see everything.
of seeing everything that goes on within your specific bands, you know, and on the road.
Yeah.
So from that,
You want to go?
Yeah.
I think for me, every year is a certain time of the day where you know that it gets dark.
The vibe switches, yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
alcohol
roughly
kicks
about
in and,
4 or 5 in the afternoon, you start to see the younger generation. And it's only in, I would say, London, you get that kind of energy. Because when you go to Europe, you don't get that kind of vibe. So it's kind of frustrating that we have that culture within Carnival itself. And it's it's hard to manage because you have the sound systems on the side, as well as this chemistry, as it were.
Right.
Do you feel like it's certain parts of the route as well?
Yes, because
I'm used to certain parts of the route getting a certain
Labrador
way, so I start
being
bracing
one.
and
some people don't even make that turn on Carnival Monday.
Yeah, they put it out.
Yep.
We will get to that. Somebody just take a deep breath. Just
I was there with Niall. I was there with
Yeah.
Niall on the Sunday, and we looked, and I took a picture because it's always like, you know,
Yes.
a memorable moment. But some people actually made that turn on the Monday. I was like, you actually made that turn? I was like, wow, you must have been there real early, because after about 6 or 7,
You can't.
police are telling you need to go to the left.
Yeah.
And that's when you know when Carnival's pretty much done for
pretty
this
much
season.
It's
Carnival's done,
over.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
it's over.
And Triple M
Party
for you.
I mean, for me, I literally only heard of the violence on social media. I didn't actually witness anything, but it's, for me, I see it as the you can blatantly see the younger generation that come to Carnival. They don't have what you call Carnival etiquette kind of thing. They don't know, they don't really know, okay, you shouldn't come in between the ropes, you shouldn't try to dance on the masqueraders, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. They're just up here to have a great time, and they think as though it's a huge big party. To them, it's like a free, huge, big 1-2 day party for them.
Can I just... Sorry.
Oh, God.
You say the younger generation, and a lot of us get caught up in this younger generation. I've been in this thing a long time. I've seen many...
I was coming to you,
I've seen many younger generations. And even on the road this year, it's not just the youngers, you know?
Yeah.
No.
It's grown... This is grown adults.
Yeah.
I think it's more people who are not from the culture, basically. I think it's mainly that.
But don't get me wrong, like, we know what storming a band is, yeah? We did it.
Yeah,
Everybody
we all
stormed a
done it.
band in some country somewhere before.
Yeah.
There's certain, I think, there's still that carnival etiquette that people are missing. That what you said, they just don't understand what carnival is about, and especially when it comes to the mass and this and that, they don't understand it. So
But as you said about the storming, right? We all done it, and true facts, I did. However, we was respectful. Because ain't nobody trying to see any type of embarrassment. Okay, you don't want me at the back? Okay, I'm gone.
I feel that's where not being in the culture, not being from the culture, and not understanding what you're doing. You just want to, these people from outside the culture just want to get in the vibes and whatever else. They don't understand that you're not supposed to be there.
Right.
If you're asked to leave. It's as simple as that. If I'm storming a band and I'm having a time or whatever, and boy, I get away, and then security come and say, hey, come, and I'm going in it. Let me go back on the pavement, and I'll see if I can duck back in again later on. But I'm not gonna fight masqueraders. I'm not gonna fight security, and that's what you're getting a lot of people who don't understand, and they just literally want to come in, oh, you can't touch me, and all this nonsense. It's like, get out the band.
I wouldn't even say they don't understand. I think they're just deliberately being ignorant. They don't care.
That's the feeling you get.
But because they don't care, because they don't understand the culture. They don't care to understand the culture neither. It's just literally their own vibes, their own vibes.
So just on that, so my thing is, why is it only Carnival where people do it? So let's say this was the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody jumping over no ropes and doing doing the most.
Carnival is portrayed to them. It's portrayed as a big.
I said it's
party.
a big
like a festival.
No, say it right. A big sex party.
Yeah, well,
But
festival.
it's very sexualized.
Yeah,
it's very sexualized.
as well.
Because in our band on Sunday, like what you said, you know, you come out the band if the security. Our security was working like overtime.
Yeah, we said
I heard a security say to somebody, they paid to be here. You need to move. And it was like, yeah, boy. I really pay for this. Because, you know, when you clock something, it's like, yeah. And the person was looking at them like, yeah, they paid, so move. So, but
No, I hear
that kind of... You actually have to have a discussion with people for them to move and understand that we are supposed to be here at this time because we paid for it.
On that point, so you're also saying basically it's a lack of understanding the culture. Do we think that people are open and willing to understand the culture? And if so, how do we teach them the carnival etiquette? Because if you are from it...
Quick answer, no.
No.
Okay.
The short answer is no. only
I think so.
only
I was gonna say
Soca
no.
Carnival people understand Soca and Carnival.
Yes.
And
Just
the
leave
rest,
us alone.
it's like, okay, I can listen. You know, just the phrase I hate.
The
I
word,
hate.
go on,
I'm
say it.
half Jamaican, yeah?
Carney.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait. No. Let me finish.
I'm going Carney.
Hey, don't
Yeah,
even
people
get me
trigger
started
there.
on the Carney thing. Don't get me started on the Carney
Carney
thing.
is.
Listen. I'm half
Triggered.
Jamaican.
I'm triggered.
Right? I am very used to people saying, my Jamaican and other friends saying, I can only take Soca for 2 days a year, you know? It annoys me. Don't come, innit? Like Fiona says, don't come. You don't understand what it's about. You think it's just a sex party. Stay home, innit?
I think that's how they, because
A lot of
it's
people
very
feel like that.
expressive,
Yeah.
so they can get away
But they
with
don't
things that
understand
they
the-
normally wouldn't be able to get away with.
That's
in
what they
other
think.
festivals.
That's what they think. It's when they get anyway.
But this is only gonna get more so because this is a generational thing, right? So we came to the UK in the 40s, 50s.
Did you?
60s. Well, I mean, I might let you.
He's a gago.
Please answer the question, sir.
I was born in the 80s, just saying.
Vampire things.
Gavin, you age well, mate.
Okay, all right. But this is a generation. So if we look at America now, so they've been like the people who emigrated to America were many years ago. So what you see with Labor Day now is like it's a hot mess, and Notting Hill is only going to go the same direction because as people get less linked to their heritage, so I'm a second generation. It's going to be
it's
my
like you're
children will be
moving
third
away from-
generation.
I'm
their
not
children
sure.
will be fourth generation.
I'm
Can I
not
pause on
sure.
that,
I'm
though?
not sure.
Because
I'm not sure. to say
Another
anything.
thing that I've noticed as well, prime example, when we were growing up, when we was in high school, you respect your elders in community. That is out the window. So you see that more so
That's
in and around.
Yeah,
Yeah, but going back to what you're saying about Labor Day, America's different because there's a lot of Americans who are involved in, you know, there's people from the islands,
Yeah.
as they like to say,
Yeah.
West Indians over there from the islands or whatever. And then there's a lot of people who are Americans who are from, you know, slavery and whatever. And I feel like a lot of them get involved and the rest of it. It's different. Here is like pretty much a lot of us came from the Windrush generations just before, just after, right? Whereas America, a lot of them were there in terms of black people and in terms of that kind of culture. So it's kind of evolved differently to here. I feel like here, there's still more of a West Indian identity. Like my kids... For now, but we can only...
I think that will change over
But-
time, though.
no, of
because
course,
I think
of
there's a lot
course.
of people that just say it.
100% it will change.
Lucian.
100% it will change over time, absolutely. But I was born here. My kids were born here. My kids identify very strongly with their West Indian roots. Yeah, it's a bit different to somewhere else where it's like, oh, we're American. Like America's like we're Americans and they're proud to be American.
Yeah.
We're not proud to be British. That's a whole nother conversation. But we're not. We're not.
But
we're not.
We are 200 years behind America.
But
You have to
still-
think about that.
I don't know what it was like 200 years ago. I can't speak on
Gavin will know.
that. I can only speak on now.
You know,
I can only
this is the
speak on now.
1940s.
He was here a long time ago.
Yeah, I can only speak on now. And the thing is, we are not. See, Black Americans are accepted as being American. Black British are not really accepted as being British.
But that's
So that's
what
where the
I feel.
difference.
true.
I feel like
the
we're
difference
always
is.
asking permission
Right.
to be us.
Right.
Yeah.
So
to have our things.
So
to
let us have our 2 days
it's
where we
like-
can be us.
Yeah.
So
And then
us
when we
over
ask for
here-
permission now, it's like we're being criticized.
But
We're
this
being,
is it.
you know what I mean?
You can be you, but you need to be you.
But you need to be
But
you
you need to
within
be,
this.
but you
rules.
need to allow us to
Absolutely.
be us.
But
while
this
you're
is what I'm
being you
saying.
and-
So
yeah.
us
Yeah.
over here, it's more likely to stay stronger with us because over here we identify as Black Caribbean and Black
Yeah.
Africans. You know what I mean? We that is more our thing because you know what, we're not really accepted like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a bit different for us. So I feel like it will be stronger for longer. Do you know what I mean? That's just my, and I hope that we're stronger for longer in terms of, you know, being proud Caribbeans and maintaining our culture and our heritage and things like that.
I understand your children, but the Carney crowd, when they have children.
Yeah, but they're not like us. The Carney crowd are not like us. If you say Carney, you're cancelled, innit? Like, in my thing, innit?
But that's the majority, right?
Yeah, no.
That is the majority.
But is it though? What is it though?
You don't think that?
I don't
the
think
majority
so.
of
I don't think so. I think these people who say Carney are not in Carnival or not in the scene. They're not really Caribbean.
not
They're not
Caribbean.
really. They're not even.
Because you would
I wouldn't
respect that
say
word
Caribbean,
I
but-
can't lie to
highly.
you. Some of my cousins are like, I'm going Carney. I'm like, have fun. I'm going
Yo,
Carnival.
don't get me wrong. We've all
Like,
got
there's
we've all
two
got
different
family
things.
members who are like that, and you have to ring them upside the neck and say, yo, brother, hey, do you know what I mean? You have to reel them in, but you know, the Carney crowd they're different. They do other stuff through the year. We all know that the events and whatever, and I'm not going to disrespect the events because they're good events and whatever, but they're not us.
Yeah.
They're not like us. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but like I'm saying, I hear you on the Carney thing, but, you know, every time somebody comes up with this Carney, I did an interview for BBC Radio London, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you know the Carney and the chicken curry." I was like, "Yo, those are two things. Those are two things." I was like, "Yo," and I was like, "Nah, do you know what? I need to remember what I'm here for." So
Did you correct her?
I didn't get a chance.
You didn't correct her?
I didn't get a chance to correct her. I didn't. No, listen, I had to blank it out.
Don't let Pajot get no kind of breathing space. Tell me about. Don't get Pajot to get no breathing space.
Hey, listen, those are two things, but it's generally what people, you know, if we have friends and whatever, educate your friends. Do you know what I mean? That's what I do. Do you know what I mean? Look Kenny there. Kenny's been educated many times. You can't see him on camera,
Kenny.
but anyway, he's been educated many times, and he, you know,
Man like Kenny.
but at the end of the day, man like Kenny will educate people. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it goes
No,
on.
but he's true. He's
Yeah, because he's
out
well
here
versed.
educating
Because
as
and
well
this is the
now.
thing, friends like Kenny, like others, who have learned over the years, will then go out and say, no, it's not that, or it's this, or whatever. Do you understand? So it's not just us as, you know, parents of like children of the Caribbean and whatever. It's others.
Yep.
It's allies and whatever else. But
Triple M, you were saying something?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna literally say the exact same thing what Tubbs is saying about the whole educating people. It's
Right.
the under 25s of this whole like generation nowadays. They just don't know. I don't know. Like their parents are not explaining to them or teaching them anything at home.
That's a fact.
They're literally learning about stuff nowadays on social media.
On their own.
this,
Yeah.
that,
TikTok.
venturing out and finding out stuff about whatever, and they're just rolling with the trends.
Well, let me give you a little bit more insight to how deep this goes, right? Now in the UK, if you go to find a community hall, a community space within any major community, there isn't any.
Yeah.
The government are taking all those spaces and building houses, right? Even my basketball team, we had to relocate twice in a year and a half because we were at a place that was a community center. For 16 years we were there. And then they decided, we fought the council, we fought the government for 2 years. And then they still decided it doesn't matter because it was already a foregone conclusion. So if within every community there isn't a community space where we, as people of the Caribbean community, can go in and give classes, can share opportunity, can share understanding of what the culture is, then those spaces are limited now. And Notting Hill Carnival, as much as they do a lot of good work,
Yes,
I
they
think
do
that
the
we need to broaden how long it is we're doing carnival related work for.
Yes.
And
be all
in
year
terms
through.
of that, it should be something that,
Should be all year
okay,
through.
we know Notting Hill Carnival finishes in August. By say October, up until we move straight into August again, that you have stuff happening, you know, that's carnival related, that's educating within communities and community spaces, and have people within those communities, and have us, all of us, come and share our knowledge, you know, share our understanding, and at least give an opportunity to the younger generation, the under 25s, who, and the thing is that if it is we do that, and then all of us post something on social media, it will get everywhere.
Of course.
And then once it gets everywhere in that way, then we've bridged the gap. You know, and that's the
100%.
most important thing, is about how it is we bridge the gap now. You know, where it is we're seeing that people are doing it for elements such as sexualizing carnival because of the way that it's portrayed on social media. We know that. And then also the way in which we choose to then share that across our, across our culture.
And that's the thing as well, right? So it's nice what you say, Tubbs. It's nice what you say, Super Trini, about kind of doing this education. But the cynic in me is saying we're fighting a losing battle. So you have all the nasty videos and all this slackness happening and whatever else. I feel like as time moves on, there is people like us who do that education, but there's very few of us. So there is a majority which we're thinking, okay, yeah, I'm going Carney, I'm gonna go Dagger.
Stop saying it now. We already know now.
Please.
Stop saying it.
We're already traumatized. And like, we don't want to re-traumatize.
But there's only so much education we can do, right? Like we are a
No, Gavin, I disagree. I disagree. It's always about educating. Like I just tell people every single day where I'm from, who I am, and what I represent, and how I choose to represent. That is 24/7, 365. If you decide to stop doing it, you're doing. Stop. No, I'm saying, but if it is you get despondent about doing and saying, oh gosh, I already do this and I think I do enough. Listen, enough is never enough. Because if it is we constantly like regurgitate that stuff, it's going to stick at some point. But we all have to be conscious about doing it. Totally, we can't just be doing it just during carnival time.
Literally every little helps, bro. So
but how many triple M's are there? How many super trees are there? How many
I think that's by the by. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many of us there are. We should still be doing it. And then once we start doing it, you may find someone else that be like, okay, you're doing it. Maybe I want to be a bit like Triple.
Like Sesame Street.
You get what I mean?
Like Sesame Street.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I really doesn't want to share.
No, of course.
It
gets tiring.
Like in work.
Why?
It gets tiring. It gets tiring. But if there's only one or two people learn, then that's one or two people who could teach one or two people.
So people I work with, they know. Because I was carrying my little speaker in work. Somebody messaged me the other day and they said, Lisa, we're missing your music. So, hey, jam in soca. I just have everybody dancing in work. Tell everybody now, you bring your speaker. You bring your speaker.
Hold a brush.
Listen,
hold this.
You know what I mean? The longest clean you ever had.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to do something more?
Imagine.
1 teeth, 2 teeth, 3 teeth, and 4. 5 teeth, 6 teeth, 7 teeth.
How many guns? How many guns? How many guns?
10 teeth. Come on.
Good, how many guns? Good, how many guns?
Yeah, good. I really want to say. Sorry.
No,
this
but
is how
that's I guess that's my way of spreading it.
Sorry, pause.
We say it all the time.
Pause.
Say it all the time. We want me royalty.
As you say that is a hit, right? If I hear,
Hey,
I want my money. I want it. Big print. We want money. We occupation. You can get. I just make the song. You understand me? I make the hook for it right
I
there.
inspired the song. Hello.
You understand me? Because when they say, watch Melissa gripping. Pull it on the teeth, shit. Pull it on the teeth, shit. That's it. Look, watch me. Watch me. Make sure we get royalties. Yeah,
I think that works.
You understand me?
We'll call it more teeth.
Yeah.
Call it more teeth.
Yeah.
I will loud you. Let me only hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on balance.
Shucks. Oh my goodness.
You getting comfortable now, eh?
No, but
you got done the bottle.
Oh wow.
Listen.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
If you know how a shot of soca goes, sometimes we're back in our JB days, so we know how
look
this
how much
is
the bottle
gonna
got
go.
there.
The bottle's basically finished.
My friend Sharon,
Excuse me, guys. Can we just stay on topic here?
I know. So back on
that's
topic.
true.
Triple, you said that your
Why you
carnival
pour
was
your
what,
drink?
8 out of 10 this year?
Yeah.
Why 8?
I mean, I had a good time. Well, DJing for 2 bands. I DJed for Whatless and UCOM.
Yep.
On both days, and it was nice vibes for me. Obviously, my experience is always different, but from what I've witnessed, what I experienced, everybody looked like they were enjoying themselves, minus the crowds. Trying to pass judging with everybody, that was manic.
So you did well in controlling the crowd there. So.
Yeah, literally. Like I had to, as a DJ.
That's a big responsibility you'll have now, isn't it?
And tell the stewards who are holding the ropes, like, keep spreading apart. Every like 10, 15 minutes, I was telling them, spread apart. because they were literally like narrowing
Next
the
to
band,
each other, yeah.
and making it so narrow for everybody. It was ridiculous. So that helped a lot. And then at the actual stage, once we reached like Westbourne Park train station, I told the security guards, look, you can't let anybody else throughout. Like, stop right there. So actually, all their masqueraders were actually able to cross the stage with
Nobody.
minimal amount of like pedestrians.
So then now you have to be like almost like a conscientious.
You have
type
to like,
of
yeah,
DJ
boy.
on
The
the
MC,
road, like,
the MC who's on that truck
Yeah.
passing judging point has to be so like instruction, like literally telling people what to do, because otherwise you're gonna. I've seen some of the mass bands cross the stage, and it was like that was the amount of costumes, and that was the amount of pedestrians.
Yeah. So it
How could you judge that? How was you able to judge that?
Listen,
It was nuts.
I reserve my comments until I hear from some of the other wonderful people here. So Nai, your experience.
You know, you're not gonna be able to forget that.
No.
Yeah, we're not getting over that now.
Okay. So on the Sunday, it was an amazing day. My daughter had a marvelous time. It was her first time playing mass.
Your first time playing mass
No,
in London?
no,
Your
her
daughter.
daughter.
I was just about to say, wait, whoa.
Over there.
Hey, help me.
You wanna come and sit here?
No way.
Yeah, it was her
that's
first
nice.
time playing mass. She was with the Rhythm Tribe, and she had an amazing time. There wasn't really any issues, concerns, complaints on the Sunday. I think Sunday is always the better day when it comes to the 2 days of Notting Hill Carnival. I generally, before obviously my daughter played mass this year, I always have a better time on a Sunday. Less people, we're able to, have more
There was
space.
still quite a lot this year, though, in terms
The
of people
music
on a
seems
Sunday.
to slap differently on
It
a
does.
Sunday.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it does.
It really does. I don't know.
Something about Dirty Mass just makes it hit a bit harder.
Yeah.
You
what,
did not
Les?
have dirty mass
No,
and
no,
her.
I said sorry. I
And he had sprinkle mass.
Sprinkle mass.
She had sprinkle mass.
I
Or they
had
probably had
sprinkle
dirty
mass.
mass.
Back with that
I heard
sprinkle
about the
thing.
sprinkle.
I called it sprinkle mass.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah, so on the Sunday, it was a different vibe altogether. As long as my daughter was safe and she had an amazing time, that's all that matters. Because now she's got fond memories of Notting Hill Carnival, and she has already said she wants to do it again next year.
That's
So
fantastic.
I think that's what
We love that.
So
We
Sunday
love
the
that.
fourth,
We
right?
love that.
My job here is done.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. Exactly,
good.
right? And it's a win for next year. So, we've got another masquerader who's definitely coming on the road.
Right, that's good.
Right, now as for me, no. On the Monday, well, I just wish I had the same kind of time that my daughter had on the Sunday. Like I'm hating on her right now. Other than the fact that she had her personal chaperone and videographer. But yeah, besides all of that,
What is all that?
she did the whole route. I didn't. She did the whole route.
So is that your gripe about Monday? You didn't get to do the whole route.
No. Right, that's my gripe. What, 5:30? We done. They're telling us to go left instead of right onto Labrador Road. Are you
Same thing
crazy?
you was just saying.
Like I still had more walking up to do,
Who was
and
just
I
saying
couldn't
that?
get it
Somebody
done.
was just saying, yeah.
Same band.
So
Same band.
I'm just really
Behaviour.
pissed about that. Like
Yeah.
I'm just really like that is the earliest I've ever finished on a
literally
Monday.
was.
In fact, that's the
Six.
earliest I've ever finished Carnival. Period.
Last year, UCOM, we finished at 3:30.
No,
I heard
that's
about it.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you did the whole route, right?
How?
Yeah.
We did.
You lot left early.
You
That's
did the whole
crazy,
route at
though.
3:30.
The thing is,
How?
it
You did
was
that at
quiet.
6
It depends
How?
where you start on
Right,
exactly.
right, yeah.
There's a little
Gems
formula
mass
to it.
that
Yeah,
bar
there
it
is.
up.
If you're anywhere on Labrador Grove Road,
You're not gonna make it.
you're never gonna make it around. Yeah. If you're like say by the Sainsbury's anywhere past that, you might get a slim chance to go through Labrador Grove stretch
Yeah.
because the police know that is where you started.
Yeah.
So you have to go back to your start location. But anybody who starts from Labrador Grove coming back up, they
Never
know
never
that's where
reach.
you started. You started on that hill, so that's where you're gonna finish.
But having
Yeah.
said that, this year we started near Labrador Grove or Westbourne Park,
And
and
they
we
still
we weren't able to because it was that heaving on that turn, the major turn as it were.
It was heaving from before that.
Yeah, even on
you
Sunday.
know? It was even from before that. But let I finish.
Yeah, so
And
on the
then,
Monday for me, I'm vexed that we finished at 5:30. That's the earliest I've ever finished Carnival, period. Even on a Sunday, I'm getting like it's a little later than that, So finishing at 5:30 on a Monday in all my glory and costume, like nah, you lot are taking a mick. So anyway, that's that. And what was the other thing? I guess it was a bit of a fiasco at judging. Like, I felt there was a lot of people that shouldn't have been at judging point.
Some people didn't realise they were crossing the stage at judging point.
Yeah, it was all a bit of a fiasco. It was a bit confusing.
Yeah.
And then it was only until I look back and I'm like, rah, there's bit like randoms trying to like get in there. You know what I mean? So I didn't like that at all. And you know, in all my years of growing up and going to Notting Hill Carnival, I've been going to Notting Hill Carnival since I was 1 year old. Right?
That means only 22 years, everybody.
You
know? You're doing the maths.
Do the maths, of course, yeah. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never really known Westbourne Park to be operational in any capacity. But like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I've always known it to be closed.
The station, yeah.
Like it's just
it normally
closed.
is, yeah.
Oh, it was open?
It was open.
Yeah.
It's been open for the last 3, 4, 5 carnivals.
Like, when we
I didn't know. Back in the day,
yeah.
Back in the
Is that
day,
like
it was
entry
completely
only,
shut.
or you can?
No. Back in the day, it was completely shut.
Yeah.
Labrador Grove was open.
What, this year?
Yeah, no, Labrador Grove got closed long time ago, though, right?
Yeah, Labrador Grove was
that got closed.
Now,
a few years
now
that
it's
got closed.
closing,
It's been closed, Carnival. But Westbourne Park, I know they had the exit only at one stage.
Yeah.
But they had entry and exit this year.
We came off at Westbourne.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Notting Hill Gate was open.
Yeah.
And by the time we were coming in the train, they had closed it. They passed it straight. And we was like, where are we going?
Okay.
And I just think things like that is just adding to the problem. Like it's done. It's already a problem that it's not. The barriers are not there. And I'm just like, okay, so why are we having a judging point then? Like, what is the point? Because the barriers are down. Westbourne Park is operational.
Yeah,
make it make sense. So what are you judging? You're judging the pedestrians that's intertwined with the masqueraders.
Yeah.
Yep.
So to me, like, none of that is making sense. And I think if there's going to be any major changes that need to happen for next year, that is one of that. Westbourne Park shouldn't be open, and the barriers need to come back up.
So in terms of changes for next year, you're talking about protecting the judging point and that area. Yeah. So barriers and Westbourne Park.
This is what we wait on
giving us our space.
All the hard work for
Why
designers.
we have to keep begging for this space?
You know, like, and masqueraders that pay their big money to play mass. Like, come on now, we're supposed to be getting judged, and we're not getting seen because of the fiasco. So they need to fix that.
Okay. Lisa, I know you was on the road on Hi.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah.
Good.
So first of all, let's just say Lisa didn't go on Monday, did you?
No.
I've stopped going Mondays for many
let's
years
touch
now.
on that first because
of the crowd. It's too much. However, what I've noticed last year and this year, the crowd on Sunday is just as bad as Monday.
The crowd on Sunday is quite bad.
Last year and this year. I don't normally play mass, right? So I go out there. I know people who have bands, so I'll be like, hey, I have my own drinks. I don't need to be in your band. But, you know, slap on a band, we good, right? So normally I do that. This year, my sister was visiting. So I decided, you know what, let me do the full experience. And I did a T-shirt, Fun Mass on Sunday. They said the band was meeting for 10:30 or 11 or something like that. I was like, I am not getting there for 11.
Typical Caribbean people right here.
I'm
typical.
I
knew she was the answer to
because we know.
Hello, I come in from Kent. Why rushing to go down there to stand up for 5 hours? You know, we got there like 11 something, a little after 11. We were there until after 2.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Standing.
No, we're not talking about the band.
I ain't going to
I'm going to tell you.
Okay,
Standing.
we'll say it.
Only
We'll say it
positives.
later.
Only
By the
positives.
truck,
Yeah.
just standing up. Music was playing, but just standing
So
up.
you had at 2
I
p.m.
don't-
you hadn't left yet.
I don't feel like we left there
That was
maybe
late,
close to 3.
That's right.
After
Yeah.
2, 3?
That
What the hell is that? That's why I come on my house to do. No, I want to be on the ground whining.
Well,
No.
the girl, you was up by the ground.
I
You was
want
on
to
the ground.
slide on the asphalt, you know what I
You
mean?
don't need to be moving.
What?
You don't need to be moving behind the truck to go down on the
Yes.
ground. The ground there. The ground watch.
But-
The ground right there. The ground right there, Lisa. Go
I
right
was short already, so
there.
they
Go right there. Right there.
No, but the thing is, even while we were standing there, there's no
Nobody.
2024 Soca.
Winner.
Yeah.
Ooh. Techie.
Way,
Find out who
boy.
that
Don't
be.
get me started with that. You know, that's,
Way, yo.
you know, you just stand there and you're like, yeah. Okay, I like the song and everything because they probably do like a few songs from 20,000 and whatever, 1970, whatever. Yeah?
Oh, Gavin era.
And it was like, okay.
Sit it well, man.
A nice little jam, whatever. But I feel like that is the time to energize the crowd and hype them up.
Yes.
To jam that road.
Educate them about the new music.
Excuse my French, I was effing bored. I was bored.
So that's why you didn't come out on the Monday.
No, I don't come on a Monday.
Okay.
You know what it will take for me to come out?
Positives of Sunday.
I'm just checking.
You know what it will take for me to come out on Monday? 30 degrees.
30 degrees.
Okay, that's not.
You want it to be hot?
That's not.
If it's like 30 degrees, if it's 29.
We're not gonna see you on Monday
28,
anytime
29,
soon.
30.
I want to touch on that.
Yeah.
I want to touch on
No, I
that.
did that.
When global woman reach that
Yeah, we
point.
had some nice,
Yes.
we had some nice times, but
I am
But
not
yo-
coming out of my bed.
Listen,
yeah,
To
but you're
be
not gonna
cold.
know it's 30 degrees
not
until
doing
the
it.
day. You know this country works.
wanna talk about
You'll
last
see
day.
something for next week, and you're like, "Yo, weather's looking nice for next week," you know.
Let me get my
And when you
cool
get to the
hand
day
thing.
before, it's like, nah. Like even this year, it was like, it's gonna be like 20 something
Yeah,
or
it was
whatever.
meant to be
And then when it
25.
comes to the day
To
before, it's
22.
like, nah, it's dropped.
21.
That's when it dropped
You know
down
what that
to
is?
whatever.
You know what I
No,
did?
that's UK weather. That's what it is.
No. That's not
That's
UK weather.
facts.
No.
yeah, it is.
What is
Okay.
it?
That's for their history and the things that they have done.
I tell you,
That is what they pay.
curse.
They will never get that vitamin D.
What?
Wow.
What kind of conspiracy
No,
theories
but
are these?
we are the
mean,
only
Charles-
country on the planet, except maybe the North Pole.
Have you not seen Joe?
Even the North Pole is probably like 6 months or so. Hello.
Right?
Yeah?
I feel like
That is for the D.
Karma. This is what you call karma.
okay.
I tell you.
I hear that. I
That's
hear
right.
Blame it on
It's
karma.
only stuff about that, yeah.
True.
I'm not even gonna argue with
So
that.
That's for the D.
That's yeah.
How could you argue?
Karma.
How
It's
could you
karma.
argue?
It's yeah. I
It's
get it.
karma.
I get it. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
We get all 4
Alright.
seasons
Yeah.
in one day.
But,
Yeah.
but
So when
my sister had a good time.
I said you, and when
Yeah.
you left after 2 p.m. or whatever time you left, did you enjoy it? So no.
I enjoyed it because I was out
was
and it
present.
was warm.
Yeah.
You see, now it's just
Music. Let me tell you something. My foot will start hurting me if that music ain't playing good.
Oh, no,
All
same.
kind of things will start. I'm going to
Hey.
study what to go and cook, how much clothes I have to wash. Oh God, but it's shoe rubbing.
Work soon come round the corner.
Let me tell you
mean-
something. Play some ego jam
Yeah.
and play some go down in the center.
I
and play
really
some
wanna know.
trees
Yeah.
and play.
I really
Hey,
want to
The
know.
food
I
could be
forget
burning and you
everything.
forget everything.
True.
I want to know. I want to know.
It's true.
Who was the
Facts,
band? Who was
was-
the band?
I was still
Wait.
thinking of
Who was-
other
nah,
things.
you got cool names.
No.
So I know you lot don't do this, but I do this. Big band in
Say
the
it,
building.
You're big band.
Who? Call name.
Yeah.
Who- what's the band's
But
name?
girl, I know which band you always
Tubbs,
go
all you
with,
need
you
to
know.
know,
I already
they didn't
know.
have Triple M there. That's
What, on the Sunday?
All right, you know
I
what?
used to
All right,
do
don't call the
those
names because
things,
you
but I don't
know when you're friends with
Oh,
everybody,
I
and
don't know.
then
Look,
when
like I
oh
said,
Tubbs, what
it's
you
not-
gonna
it's
I
not-
do?
said we, as a podcast, we speak openly and honestly, but we're not here to trash nobody.
No,
these, as
no,
I said,
no,
these
no.
are our experiences.
No, however,
Hold on.
however, what I will say is this. Constructive criticism, which I believe this is, should always be welcomed.
but
Okay.
constructive
Yeah.
criticism
So
to the
did-
person, not to.
No, all right, that's cool. Did you write a survey?
Oh,
Did you
yeah,
fill out a
yeah,
survey?
any chance?
No,
Feedback.
I know,
Chung, chung, chung.
I know
These
the
are
people,
their
so I will
stories.
speak
All right, cool.
We
All right,
want
cool,
to
cool.
to them eventually.
Wait.
Who? What do you say?
Stop that.
No, don't.
Did you say
don't-
follow
don't
Soca?
let them start.
Don't talk about follow Soca. Don't get me started.
I just said these are their
Listen,
stories as in terms of
hey,
special victims
As in-
unit.
No,
That's
sorry.
right. That's me. I was law and order.
I don't like those
no,
guys.
Nothing else.
Okay.
That's only come from law and order.
Wait,
You know I hate those guys,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
We're coming back.
Don't
We're
get me
coming back.
started on those
We're coming
guys.
back.
Trash,
Yeah, hold on.
trash
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media.
Why you hate them so bad?
No.
I hate them
Tubbs,
Why?
because they
Tubbs,
talk.
Tubbs,
Anyway,
You gotta do better. You gotta do
let's
better
stay on-
beeping
let's
now.
stay on
Leave it
topic.
alone.
Let's stay on
Like
topic.
Jerry
Let's stay
Springer.
on
Hold on.
topic.
Okay, first of all, one person at a time.
Yes, so I achieved the goal. My sister had a good time. She had an enjoyable time. So she said what she liked was the route was really long because we did a good bit of the route. I think we did a good we did a good bit of the route.
When
We
your
had to
truck
look
left,
back.
were you speed walking the whole route, or did you?
I heard about
No,
that.
we was
Oi,
standing
shots.
still a bit. Like it was. I didn't feel like I was running at
Yeah.
any time. There was a time though where the toilet truck was running. And people who were lined up in the toilet. I was like,
Imagine
that
they
wasn't me, yeah.
They were killing
What?
the extra,
Hop, skip,
But
and jump.
outside of that, it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was speed on the road. I have a really big thing with music and how music is played now for soca. I have a very big problem with it.
That's a long time.
It's been there for
Triple M?
years.
Sorry.
For me, I will attend certain events because certain people are playing.
Yeah.
No, that's what I do because I'm just tired. When I leave my house for fun. I leave my house for enjoyment. When I pay my money, you know, I've had big arguments with DJs. Yeah.
My song.
No.
There's
You're
four,
Playing
playing
this music.
shit.
there's 4 DJs here, by the
And
way.
then they're like,
It's fine.
and then they're like,
She knows.
Yeah.
but as you said, my money paying for you. You're playing.
Talk the things, yes.
And then people will be like, they will see me coming, they'll be like, listen. I'm like, we playing shit. Nah, I just,
I do the same. But
listen,
mine stays
when
in
I'm
my
on
head.
boat ride and thing, I don't want to know when I get back to the pier. I want to be like, oh shit, we reached back.
Right. You remember
Yes,
the days
that's
that
when you
you
had a good time.
Yes. I supposed to be,
In the zone.
It's
yeah.
real.
come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
God.
I hear it.
people off the boat
It's
back
so
in the
hard
day.
to play music. Listen,
Well,
I
ask the
at a point in
DJs.
time-
You have
no,
enough of them.
I at a point in time I'm like, I gonna learn to play.
Shall I tell you what it is?
I gonna learn to be a DJ
My-
and I
my-
gonna be a DJ.
I've
Many
said that
people
many
started that
times.
way, you know.
That's how we all
Actually
started.
had that idea. And then I was like, do I really want to do this?
My thing, honestly, I think nowadays every DJ is trying to rush because there is a lot of soca music to play. If you're talking way back to when I first started DJing in Corks and all that kind of time,
Hey!
all the way back to
Corks,
now,
you know.
like,
Don't let me
my
know,
music folder has just increased and increased and increased, and I have more tunes to play, more tunes to select, and it's hard. It's hard to choose. Okay, shall
But
I,
how are
shall I play this?
how
Shall I
are
play
some
that? Shall I
doing
play
it
that?
and
Shall
some
I
are
play that?
not?
Lack of research.
How are some doing it and some are not? So it can't be that hard.
Also,
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
sure that,
yeah.
well, I would think Carnival is the one time where you can play more than 35
Right.
seconds
More
of a
than
song.
More
five
than.
songs.
Because they're saying,
Right.
Play, you've got,
Right.
There's
you're
road
here
songs.
for a long time.
Literally.
Right.
And that, they're road mixes.
This year,
Right.
Listen,
So
you
they
know-
road, they make
no
the songs
excuse.
Do you
for
know
the
what the
road.
biggest problem is? The biggest problem is many DJs, and I'm not just saying this because you guys are here, but these DJs here, I can actually say they play. They play
Well, I call
very
them
well,
music players.
right? Because they actually,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand.
That's my
Whereas
word for them, music
many
players.
DJs,
Music players.
many
I'm
DJs
a
are
MP3
actually
now,
just
yeah?
following. Can I? Let me just.
yeah.
Let me.
Yeah. God.
Let him finish.
So
the
many
chorus.
I was getting high just now. Mine getting high now.
That's all right. It's all right. Just don't mention follow soca. We hate them. Anyway, many DJs are just chasing the little hype from the crowd
Clout.
and that little whatever.
That
Not
Instagram
actually
moment.
playing music, like just playing music, like just coming on. You don't have to have a fixed set. If people have their set fixed from before, listen, all well and good. That's absolutely fine. There's no problem with that. Yeah, but play to the crowd. Watch what the crowd is
Play for
vibing into,
masqueraders.
but also
Play for partygoers.
also from your heart. Do you
That's
understand? From your heart.
from-
No,
yeah.
100% from your heart.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of DJs who are just like, what's gonna get the crowd moving? Let me play this tune. 'cause
From
it's
my
a big
reach
tune.
inside the
let me-
session,
Do you
I
understand?
drunk already.
That's a
That's
Like,
it. No.
they're playing just
plan?
all the
One time.
Come on and play all
Straight off
the
the jumbo
so-called
jet.
big tunes.
Straight
Like,
up be
what's
like
the
this.
point? What's the point of
Yeah.
that? Do you understand? Like, look at the crowd. Think about,
Yeah.
if you study
I
the
took
music
TSO
and what,
in, no joke.
Guys, let Tubbs finish now. Let Tubbs finish.
Sorry.
if you study the music and what's come out and whatever else and vibes and whatever else, then you'll know. Do you know what? There's big tunes that have been played. There's the big tunes, but then there's so many other big tunes which go under the radar. And I think we mentioned one or two tunes where it's like, we was playing tunes earlier on. For those who are watching, we was playing tunes earlier on, and some of the guys here was like, I haven't heard this for ages or whatever. And there's a lot of big tunes out there. There's so many from going years back. And if your knowledge is deep like that, then you're gonna know. All right, you know what? I don't need to play Bungie's biggest. What was it? The hard
Hard Fit.
Hard Fit.
Contract.
I don't need
Carnival
to play
contract
Hard
now.
Fit. I don't need to play Carnival
every 2
Contract.
minutes.
I can play XYZ, which will get a
There's
just
Pretty.
as big a forward. You understand? And
Pretty.
it's knowledge.
Yeah.
So some people are in it for the wrong
Patrice.
reasons. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna mention DJs' names.
Well, I was
yeah,
actually
yeah.
going to say that when I've gone to places like Rotterdam, as an example, right, I find that the DJs there are very unapologetic. I find that the music, they unapologetically play the latest music from all the islands from recent carnivals. And I just don't understand why in the UK we have that problem. As they say, you know, Notting Hill Carnival is a melting pot. There's so many cultures, everyone in one place, one pot. You know, there's so many DJs that have gone to the islands. Yeah. You know, so why is there such a hesitation? And I must admit, sometimes, you know what, it's not even the DJ's fault. It's the revelers. It's the people that claim that they love soca.
I feel that they will stuck on certain songs as well.
Yeah, they will be stuck on certain songs because it's like, oh yeah, that one's popular. I heard that one on TikTok. I don't know the names of them, but you know what I'm saying. But it's really annoying for me, who listens to soca 24/7, who's passionate about soca and the culture, that I'm only hearing the new songs when they're not new.
Yeah.
So everything that I'm enjoying now, I'm going to hear it next year.
Yeah, it'll be 2025.
I agree.
So we're behind. Why?
I agree with everything that you guys are saying. Like, I agree 100%.
But tell us about the 1900s.
We're going to tell me now.
I will caveat this by saying,
here we go.
This isn't just a problem with soca. This is a problem with every genre.
I'm not
don't care about every genre.
But I'm just saying, I don't care.
We don't
care.
No, we actually don't.
And we are.
I like Lisa,
right
you know.
now in this moment, we actually.
And do you know what I love about Notting Hill? We have so much different soca from every single island that we should be playing everything. Like, that's
is it really soca though?
Yeah.
Of course.
I know what you're saying with that. Don't get me started on all that.
We're going to go to the subs in a bit.
Lyrics is not soca.
I'm still trying to get through what your scores for Notting Hill Carnival.
Well, that was me.
So
so with Tubbs, right?
Yeah.
Tubbs is a different category.
Yeah, Tubbs will come to Tubbs afterwards.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, I win Carnival too, guys.
All right.
I had a time on the road too.
But you're going to lead on to
Tubbs, you're going to lead on to
cool.
something
I'm
else.
gonna lead on.
Right?
Cool.
You're going to lead on to something else.
Skip me, that's fine.
So we'll go with Gavin DC.
So on Sunday, I was with a beer, and on Monday, I was with Fanatics. So I had two very different experiences. So a beer is a very big band, Fanatics is a very small band. So a beer on Sunday, nothing but vibes, but I would agree with Addy, sprinkle mass again. Like, in terms of getting, like, I want to get dirty on Sunday. Like, and I felt like there was paint and there was powder, but it was reserved. I want that.
Who was it reserved for?
So in terms of like, say if it's like judging point,
It was conservative.
conservatism.
It wasn't Labour, it was
We're going to change it to conservativeness.
But I would say my experience is very different to a masquerader because I'm on a truck, right? So like I enjoyed that whole experience, like being on a truck. But from what I could see, like the vibes was on 100 from start to finish. I absolutely loved it. But I will concentrate on Monday. So Fanatics and Entourage, big up them, Martin Joe and the whole crew. It's kind of it's a smaller band, different to your UCOMs, different to your RDRs. And we didn't have any problems getting around the route, like in terms of kind of too many masqueraders, all that kind of stuff. Our one stumbling block was other bands in front of us were maybe getting kind of too hectic. But apart from that, our security kind of managed to kind of keep everybody on track, and I loved every single minute of it.
That's dope.
And you were in costume on Monday?
No. So
forget that.
Forget
that.
Yeah. So
talking from okay.
I was
from Jamaica.
Gavin, you ever won costume? You ever played mass?
Gavin from Jamaica.
I didn't hear you ever played mass.
wait.
Gavin from Jamaica. You not playing?
Wait.
Gavin from Gavin DC from.
Especially overseas, for sure.
Exactly. Trinidad.
Yeah.
Jamaica.
You cut
all
my
these guys there.
Jermaine? Because I say from Jermaine, you never wear costume either. You never wear costume.
I'll back it. Stick up my co-host.
You never wear costume. You
So
understand?
I would say that in terms of kind of a smaller band, if you want kind of that kind of experience, it was like as a masquerader, I feel like you had a great time.
Let me ask you a question. Did JB hit you?
I wasn't even really drunk.
No, JB hit you
Oh,
right now.
today.
Now, definitely now, yeah. But I'm numb right now. Yeah.
Even a cup getting soft.
He's saying numb. Now is the time to do that treatment.
Yeah, listen, I don't get involved. But that was nice.
Hey,
that was nice. So for you, right? From your perspective, being with a bigger, let's say a bigger band, on the Sunday compared to that smaller band on the Monday, when it is you look what's in front of you, which would be the band, and what's beyond that, and when you look on the opposite side, what do you think going forward, bigger bands need to work on a little bit more?
I'm not too... So when it comes to like Ladbroke Grove, I'm not too sure how much you can do as security and all that kind of stuff because... The crowd is so... Like, there's only so much, like, you could have 60 Polish bouncers doing whatever they want, but do you know what? At the same time...
Why do you have to be? Why they can't be from Jamaica?
I mean,
why they can't be from? Why they can't be? Why they can't come?
You know why? Because they'll probably be dancing on the people and them too.
You need professionalism.
So I went into a particular band after my band finished.
Yeah.
And I saw guys like they saw a sexy gal. Yeah. Come true. You're all right.
Yeah.
So when the Polish guys
jumping on speaker boxes,
they take it like,
sorry.
No, you cannot pass. Cannot pass.
They're drinking their Polish beer. They don't care about who you are, where you come from.
Yep.
But at the same time, when you get to Grove, like, what can you do as security, right? Like, I do feel for them. Like, you're paid £15 an hour. Like, that's not enough to deal with certain things, right?
Yeah, so I do personally think they have the hardest job on the road because there's so much pressure that is put on them because they are what allow us to enjoy the route, essentially. A big part of it.
I think a bit different. I think the security that you're hiring need to be trained. Simple as that.
100%.
Yeah, honestly and truthfully,
thing on social media and say he wants to come and hold
listen,
there
is
True, that does
I've
happen.
been to so many other carnivals
It's
around
different
the Caribbean, around Europe, around ABCD. I've never seen ropes in my life.
Yeah.
Ropes don't exist. Yeah. You have a mass band, you have a sidewalk, there's an extraction team. If you are trying to get within the mass band and enjoy yourself, there's an extraction team constantly moving around, checking people's wristbands. There's, once again, that whole carnival etiquette. But London is just missing, okay, even if you do have the security and you do have the the ropes and so forth, you're just missing that whole everybody caring about what they're doing. Yeah. I know for a fact security guards are sitting there, they get paid, yes, fine, whatever, but they're still seeing it as a party. They're still seeing it as, after hours, let me just loosen up a little bit and enjoy myself. Yeah, in Trinidad, in other places, you can never.
Listen,
If you don't work properly during the day, you know what happens in the night when you finish work? They take your T-shirt and you do not get paid.
There you go.
I know that for a fact because I used to work with bands.
Will Smith getting, Jazzy Jeff getting through the house every single time.
What we need,
I remember
professionalism.
we need people taking their jobs a little bit more
years
seriously.
ago in Notting Hill,
A bit more training and a bit more
as
education.
a sideliner, you wasn't even able to go on certain streets.
Yeah.
Like
agreed.
A few years back, and I feel like after COVID, like it's a free fall now.
Between that Westbourne Park area and
We
where
wasn't
you turn
allowed
off
to pass.
to go, like
When
past the
bands were there
judging.
passing, you
Trini-
was not
Trini
allowed
Corner.
to
Trini Corner,
pass.
there
Put some respect on
that
it.
should be a
Put some
non.
respect
That
on
should
it.
be a
Trini Corner.
non-pedestrial.
Say Trini Corner.
Trini Corner.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Corner.
You see there, between there and Westbourne Park, there should be
Super
no
Trini.
pedestrians
You're
whatsoever
done?
because that is your judging point. That's your judging zone, whatever.
Yeah.
The judges couldn't see nothing to judge.
No.
So all this first place, second
what I'm
place,
saying.
third
We're gonna
place,
come
I'm
to-
like,
we're gonna
how
come to
did you
the
choose
results,
that?
but how did you
Honestly,
get there?
how did you choose that? Because
Paper bags.
you must have chosen that based on the
How the
costumes that you
sun
actually
hit.
physically see.
How the sun hit the costume and it put something in your eye. And
I'm sorry.
That was a good one.
Sorry.
I like that. I like how I'm like, wait, yeah, you get 10 points.
Sorry, what
You
song?
get so.
Sorry.
Wait, sorry.
What
There
son?
was no sun. There was
No,
there
there
wasn't
was
30
No, there was a
No,
little
but
piece of
what
sun.
black-
There was a little
what
piece of
son
sun.
over
On
here was
Monday.
blinded?
On Monday.
No, depending on the time.
Hold up.
Monday.
Carnival
What
Monday
son was
was actually a
blinded?
nice
Hold
day.
up.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Nice day.
Hold up, Lisa. You wasn't there on Monday. You was in your house. You understand me? So you don't know on Monday.
Blinding nobody.
On Monday there was
was
some
no-
sunshine. Not
it
gonna
was a
lie,
nice
there was
day.
some sunshine on
Blinding
Monday.
though?
Listen, yes, well, if it's
It
how it
wasn't
reflects,
Trinidad, but
how it reflects off the costume.
I got some kind of weather thing though.
I started the Lulus.
You know, so
maybe you didn't have sun in Kent.
so Gavin,
but in London.
you.
What? I have to
Digga
go to
D.
Kent.
You gave a 5.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And you
But
were
I
on
think
the
it's
truck as
no,
well.
it was 2.
You
Are
know,
we just doing
so
Monday?
I mean,
Yeah, Monday for me was Monday was a 5.
Yes,
Sunday
so
was
Sunday.
a 7.
yeah. So for you overall, why the big difference between Sunday and Monday?
Well, I think last year it was quite interesting for Sunday. A lot of the bands were together, so you could see one band down the road, one band. So it's able to navigate, and everybody loves that because we feel like we're collective as a family.
Yes, it's a community.
This year for Sunday, I felt like it was during the child on the room. I looked around the corner and I see nobody. And as you mentioned, Lisa, your band had to wait almost 2-3 hours. 1-2 o'clock. You ain't finishing Carnival that time. It's ridiculous.
I could have still one.
So it wasn't for me the greatest experience for those who were playing Dusty Mass because they tried to hold them as a collective and it made the children's bands go forward because they wanted to make sure they had their space. That was the main issue as well. Another thing, I know they're a different sector, but I noticed that even the Brazilian bands, I didn't even see any of them, but they got judged. I was like, well, where did you see them?
Oh yeah, true. No, where do you see them?
They were there early though.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
I
them.
know. I was there early.
didn't
I
see
still
them.
didn't see them.
So from
On Monday I saw them, but
from
when
like
they
11.
hit judges when
What time? What, 9 o'clock?
11,
You hadn't left.
11 o'clock.
You hadn't left
so
yet.
so it
And
would
they
have
were
been
at
11.
judges.
Wow.
At
Okay.
11, when I was walking to the truck, the summer band was already on Kensal Road going down.
Okay.
So they would have gone around
Long time and
like
pack up.
early. Early. I think they probably had that instruction anyway.
This is why I said it depends where you start on the route.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I started with Watless on the Sunday, literally very close to Labrador Grove train station, and I've never left Carnival. Literally started my Carnival route at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was looking at my time. I was looking at the police liaison officers. I was like, "What's the hold up?" They were like. The explanation they gave all the mass bands were, there's a lot of congestion ahead.
There wasn't.
And we need to reduce the congestion before all the mass bands from Labrador Grove onwards.
Usually what it is they try to do,
it was
what it is they see the congestion there, what they try to do is say there's 3 mass bands along Labrador Grove, they'll try to get all of them to come onto the road at the same time, which is virtually impossible.
Yes.
Right? Which is virtually impossible. That's what it is they try to liaise so that once all of the bands are on the road, then it means that their job is easier.
So they're
because they don't have to...
They don't have to sort it in clusters.
Yeah.
Just
So
one
are
big
we
long
talking
line.
about
Right.
are we talking about the bands that start from say Barbie Road or
all them side
Oxford
streets.
Gardens to come onto Labrador Grove to come up?
Yeah.
Right, got you.
So
Yeah.
how is it that the Brazilian bands
Because they don't need a
starting
truck.
early
Number one, they can
and
start
we're not
anywhere
allowed
from.
to start?
They can start anywhere because they don't have a truck.
But
Yeah.
we're not allowed
Yeah,
to come out there early like them.
They're not a truck. They don't have a
Technically,
truck.
you know
They
what?
literally- they don't
Technically,
have a
Why? That's what I'm saying. Why?
Because they don't have a truck.
So why isn't the truck allowed to come out earlier?
Because what it takes for a truck to come on the road, right, is that there's 2 things. Where the truck is going to enter in, you got to make sure that the route is clear enough for them to enter onto Labrador Grove. The second thing is you don't want 2 trucks coming onto the Grove at the same time from 2 separate from adjacent roads, right? Because what will happen is that if there's already a lot of foot traffic, whoever is coming on and they tell them stop, remember there'll be a kickback of people on the walkway. So then that will kick back to the next side. So if it is you want the trucks to start on the route, and when it is, like say for instance, with the Rhythm Tribe, they were literally just off Harrow Road on the hill right there just to make the left turn. Yeah. So that made sense, you know, as opposed to them actually come, because what the trucks on them would have to do usually is they would come off Harrow Road, or they'll come from the opposite side, and sometimes they'll have to reverse into Sainsbury's, which is madness.
Correct.
So I think
Which is
Because you
madness.
can't make that tight
I
turn.
think, I think the thing is what people don't actually realize. Truck times are given, like bands are given start times at
Yes.
certain points.
Right.
You can't have everybody coming on at the same time or as and when they want. So it's literally a thing of, you know, say the Rhythm Tribe has to start at this time.
Yeah.
Either
if you don't
has
make
to
it, you
start
don't
at
go
this
in.
time. You know,
But are they starting
that's-
at this time?
but this
Yeah.
is the thing. But the point being is, the plan is for bands to come on the routes at certain times. And it's a thing of, if you're, say, Carnival Mania, where you're starting at the bottom of Labrador Grove, you've got to wait till after the allotted times, or the bands who are ahead of you to have moved on.
Yeah.
That's in theory. As we know,
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Always. Doesn't always happen. You know what I mean? And sometimes they're like, oh, well, there's congestion ahead and there's nothing going on.
There's nothing.
Do you know what I mean? But
can I just say, on the Monday, I saw a specific mass band, like, completely went against every single rule possible.
Wow.
And just, I don't even know if it's a rule, but they just went, call it 9:30 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. They said, okay, we're moving off now. And they started moving. And
That's happened before, though.
This was 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
All the other mass bands were just sticking feathers and getting ready and serving breakfast.
Yeah.
And that. They
I
said,
feel like you need to
We're
be
out.
with them.
hasta la vista, see you later. Let's go.
It happens. It happens.
And
Early.
they finished at about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the
I don't
afternoon.
think
Okay,
I don't
so
think
can I
I'm
ask a
coming
question?
out.
It's like you want the
Next
mass
year.
bands to finish to start on time, but if they start on time, you gotta realize they're going to finish
Earlier.
Yeah.
I want they got to
So-
finish earlier as well.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
they got to finish.
Another thing that I wanted to mention from Lisa's statement about the weather as well. That's another thing that also has a knock-on effect on a lot of carnival bands and the attendance of carnival. Because when it's boiling hot, I think was it last year or the year before?
The year before, I feel like it
Ridiculous.
was that year after
The amount of people
COVID.
who don't know about etiquette, drinking to beyond belief. I saw
Yeah,
people
in the
on the
sun.
sidelines, drop down, drunk. I was like, and it was literally like 12 o'clock.
The
And I was like, how is this
You're
12 o'clock?
You're getting flashbacks.
You won't see that nowhere else. But here, people don't know how to behave themselves. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to take that into consideration as well.
This is why I don't play.
Hold on,
music.
Lisa,
So-
let him
so-
finish.
Now I was gonna say another
Yeah.
thing as well that I've noticed as well is some of the sideways have also been closed off. So that's definitely had a bottleneck effect on the way we navigate around the route as well.
Right.
And that's why we're having this problem now. So
See, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sorry, Digga.
yeah, that's all right.
I see smaller islands
Doing it.
combat these problems
Yeah, but we
with
can't do it.
ease,
that,
with
but-
ease, with the minuscule of
Yeah,
of like effort.
but
and
Triple M, you're
a
forgetting.
big city like London.
Beg
I don't know.
No, but Triple M,
Can't do
you're
this.
forgetting
It
our
it racks my
carnival
brain.
compared to everything else, even outside of outside of London. Look at Huddersfield. You see sound systems anywhere? Right.
yeah, but hold on.
That's the
Regardless of
problem.
the-
It's the attendance
I
of that.
don't, honestly and truthfully, I do not mind the sound systems.
Yeah, but
I just think here's what. I just think we have enough money, we have enough infrastructure, we have enough resources to come up with a strategic plan to move that crowd around
Absolutely.
Yes.
to not be in between the parade and have a specific area for this, a specific
there is
area
a
for
plan.
that.
There is a
Like
plan.
there's geniuses in this world.
there
There's
is the plan.
geniuses.
What's the plan?
So the plan, because I used to go to the carnival meetings or whatever,
Right.
and
Those
the
good
plan
times.
is still the same plan now.
From 1955.
Hasn't
no.
changed.
Oh, great.
I
That's
was around
great.
in 19. I wasn't even born in 1955. But anyway,
So basically, it's copy and paste.
So
It's
the
copy and
plan
paste
was
all this time.
that, and this always seemed like madness to me. So the sound system's finished, and as the carnival bands are leaving the route, the people follow and leave with the carnival bands.
Yeah.
As we know, if you're on Ladbroke Grove and all that crowd's rushing, because you know there's a certain time where that big crowd rushes out, is because the sound systems are supposed to finish earlier before the road. So they finish, and the people are supposed to, but people on vibes, they're like, oh,
What's
where
next?
am I going?
Pipe
So they
up,
go,
vibes.
What's
so
next?
if you're on Ladbroke
Yeah.
Grove or like Westbourne Grove or something like that, you're getting all these, where's all these people coming from? That's where it's coming from, the sound systems. I've got nothing against sound systems in terms of it's a very important part of Notting Hill Carnival history. And it's unique to Notting Hill Carnival that we have the sound system. So
Agreed.
it's
Yeah,
integral. However, how it's done, can we not have like half of the amount?
Yeah, but
Like,
it's-
I feel like cutting down the amount of sound systems
Might
would
work.
alleviate,
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
thought that playing just Soca on the road this year made a hell of a difference.
Oh,
I agree.
that
I
was
agree.
a big
Hold up,
plan.
I
hold up,
agree.
hold
I
up.
That made
agree.
a hell of a
We'll get
difference.
it. We'll get it.
Sorry.
come
We get
Sorry.
it. I just want to make sure.
Sorry.
I just want to make
Whoa.
sure that we all recognize that we have a fantastic host, a fantastic group of guys and ladies here. I want to make sure that you all follow, like, subscribe, and share a shot of Soca. You know, let everybody know who we are and what it is we represent, what it is we're all about, and make sure, more importantly, make sure that you tell somebody else that Carnival ain't going away. We're here to stay.
Yep.
All right. So I want Digga to finish.
Sorry.
On his number 5.
Sorry, Digga.
Oh, number 5.
On number 5.
I tell you.
Digga, take
On his Monday,
Monday.
because I think it's great to hear what he has to say in terms of that, and then we'll finish off, and then obviously we'll come back to you, Tops.
But yeah, following from what Triple M said about the stage presence as well, that was another thing that I think had a knock-on effect with us, because we had some technical difficulties as well.
Yeah.
So when we were crossing the stage with our first truck, the masqueraders were behind, but the t-shirt masks weren't as organized, as it were. So we had a lot of bystanders literally just joining us, and seeing the emotions of the judges as well almost was disheartening. So the least I could do at the time was, give them a big wave and show them that I'm still engaged in their presence, as it were, because there's nothing worse than just being, stone-faced and like miserable. Carnival's about good vibes, so you had to, show that you're still trying to enjoy yourself in the most disheartening moment of the route at the time.
It was,
I hear you. And well, Triple M, you've already gone through your emotions for Sunday and Monday, So I feel like we hit Tubbs, because Tubbs has a different dimension, as well as he wants to get something off his chest.
That's right. Because my carnival started from the Saturday.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Exactly.
Panorama.
Panorama.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Panorama is the steel band competition that takes place on the Carnival Saturday in Notting Hill. Well, originally from Trinidad, we know. And I played with Mangrove, who are the UK champions.
Ooh, this year, 2024?
This year, 2024.
Yes. Big up Mangrove.
What I will do at this point, though, is I will big up Ebony Steel Band, because... Ebony
like pioneers.
We like that.
Yeah.
Unity.
We like that.
So there was a bit of confusion where they had it was a bit crazy. So Ebony were announced the champions on the night.
I saw that.
And then about half an hour, 45 minutes later, we was announced the champions.
What?
And it's all a bit, it's all very confusing, and it's to the point where, as much as I celebrate Mangrove being champions because I believe we deserve to be champions, I acknowledge that Ebony put on a very good performance and played very well, and also deserve to be champions. Yeah.
And because you all played the same song, right?
We played the same song,
really?
Farmer Nappy, How I Live.
I tell them about that tune. I tell them about that tune. I tell them about that tune. I tell them about that tune.
You did.
I tell them about that tune.
Yes.
From day one.
Yes. So I mean, we had two great arrangements by two great arrangers, and my arranger for Mangrove, Andre White, actually won in New York 2 days ago with Panic. Yeah, so he's done the double. So he's actually won 2 panoramas in the last week or whatever. So he's done well.
Big things.
But yeah, I mean there was a bit of confusion with regards to the judging with in terms of the judges. There was a scoring system before where you have 5 judges. They make their scores. You drop the top, you drop the bottom, and you get whoever has the medium basically wins. This year they decided to do a ranking system, so it was based on whoever had the most first place won. It was changed. I don't know why it was changed. Listen, I don't care.
Who had the most first place in
terms of
judges?
It's the judges. If 3 judges have you as first place,
Then
you
you're
win.
first,
Yeah. If 3 out of the 5 judges have your first place, you win. This is the basic understanding of it.
Right.
You know, so the issue was that it was the winner was announced by the old system and not the new system.
Right.
Understood.
The deeper issue is that the new system was brought in allegedly.
Drop it.
Allegedly without the knowledge of the other bands. But yet no other band has actually stated at this present time that they didn't agree to that way of scoring.
Okay.
So that's where the confusion comes in. End of the day, I don't care. As long as everybody agrees.
Yeah.
Because I like my wins clean, you know. I like to win. I like to
Clean
win and win.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You know what I mean?
So I mean,
Yeah.
2025.
I like to
No
win and
sour
win. I don't
business.
like this
2025,
confusion.
2025.
Yeah.
Or
So
laying
Well,
roots
look,
from
you
now.
can't,
So-
you can't let that be on you because at the
No,
end of the
it's
day,
not.
It's for the organization to
It's
announce
not.
the new way of
Absolutely.
scoring
And-
to every single mass band.
And this
every
is one of
single-
the things.
beginning.
This is one of the things that we need to organise as the Pan community and Notting Hill Carnival. Going forward in terms of making sure there's transparency in what we do and how we do things.
Yeah.
So, but in the meantime, Mangrove are champions.
Congratulations.
So we'll take that. Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
we're taking that. We're taking
I
that.
feel mad on your behalf though, because like you feel robbed on
I
the
didn't
night,
get the
right?
moment.
Yeah.
I wanted to run on stage and
Yeah.
jump
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Because I saw it. And,
Yeah,
and
you
all
know
that
I
what I
can't
mean?
lie.
Yeah.
I saw the highlights, and
Yeah.
like, I think 2 or 3 of you people was like, "What's going on?"
Exactly. And that's the thing. And this is why I also feel bad for Ebony because, a lot of them were jumping up
They
and
were
celebrating.
hyped.
And then they're
Yeah.
like, what do you mean we didn't win? We
Yeah.
just celebrated. It's kind of, do you know what I mean?
Sweet.
I'm
It
not gonna
was
lie,
like,
me,
it
if
was
I'm a
like
judge,
Olympics,
I'll have
boy.
two. I'll have two first
what I
place.
was
Yeah, I mean,
That is like
Two
Olympics.
first
Enjoyed it.
place than that.
Like,
mean, that's the
last year's
thing.
very much.
you could have tied it. But I mean, the flip side to that is also the last place and fourth place also swapped. So it's like, you thought you got licked by everybody, and you're like, well, actually I beat someone, and vice versa. So it's not just first and second.
What were the other bands?
There was 5 bands.
5 bands,
Sorry,
yeah.
I thought it
And
was
the
just
only band that didn't move was the third place band.
No
They
offense.
just stayed solid.
Yeah.
Big up Real Steel. They just stayed solid.
They were
Remember
real
them
still.
too?
Yeah.
Those
They
likes
just-
to call
they
names.
just
You
say
guys
their
are
name.
not realizing. Yeah, you've
So
got.
they're all right.
Shots fired.
They're all right, but basically all the results bar one were different, and it's not fair. So
Yeah.
we got to be looked into. Like I say, whatever system is used, fair
Just
enough.
agree it
As long as
beforehand.
everybody agrees it and everybody's calm with it, then that's fine. But I'm taking this win because I feel like we should have won last year, and there was a whole thing last year.
So
Take your
Tubbs,
thing.
But yeah.
I have a question that would that's just a broad question, right? So if you was a judge
Yes.
on a judging pan, right? What would be the criteria that you judge the pan side on? What would be that?
Okay, so the criteria that judges use is, let me off the top of my head. So you've got arrangement of the tune, and that includes sort of various, yeah. You've got arrangement, you've got tone, you've got rhythm, you've got player performance, and there's something else. No, there's something else I can't remember at this time. But basically, there's 5 categories
Right.
that they judge on, and those points add up to 100.
Okay.
So I think the first three categories are 30, 30, and 30, and then 5 and 5. No, sorry, 10 and 10.
No, it's
No, wait.
Right.
My
Don't
maths.
worry, don't worry, we
15
understand.
and 15.
We know,
No,
we understand.
Yeah,
Don't-
Yeah.
don't- Take your time.
JB.
Take your time there. Take your
But
time.
basically,
Sponsored by.
it adds up to 100 points.
Right.
Yeah, it adds, so it's 20 and 20, right?
Yes.
That's all you, bro.
Anyway.
Why they can't just leave
Yeah,
it at
sorry,
25 each?
I don't know. But anyway, basically those points add up to 100. So if you got 5 judges, they'd add them
will
up and
even
whatever
out,
else,
yeah.
and then you'd work
Yeah.
out who came
So
first.
why
and-
this is not just based who get closest to 100 points win?
No.
If it isn't working that way.
Because
judge.
if you say 85 and he says 95 and Nye says 80 and Lisa says 70, I
Well,
say
they
60.
add that up on
Yeah,
the
but you add it
average.
up.
and
You
then
have, you have
the
5
thing.
judges.
So then
If one judge says 75, 85, 95,
95,
200,
And they add it
whatever,
up on
Yeah.
that
the
adds
thing
up to
and
one
the
score on the
thing.
end
Right,
here for
right.
band 5, band 4, band 3, the same thing.
Absolutely.
And then you will see who is
Yeah.
on top.
but that's
They
fine.
just-
But that's
they
fine.
just
But the
make
This is
difference.
not
difference.
maths from primary school.
But the difference being is this.
Nursery.
Once you add those together, then you get the collective for one band, right? So if you take away the top and bottom, because the idea of taking away top and bottom is, if, for example, I've got a link to a band and I say, do you know what? Let me give them 100 points.
Why do they have links to the band?
I'm going, wait. I'll get to that.
Everybody has
Everyone has-
favoritisms,
everyone
eh?
has-
Everybody
everyone
has
has
their
bias.
thing.
But the
Let's
links
be
is
straight.
different.
But hold
than
on, I'll
favorites.
get to that. If I say, well, I don't really like this band, let me give them 50 in total. And I mark them low on purpose. If that lowest score is dropped off, then it doesn't count. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why the middle works out best. The reason why there's links to bands is because over here, everybody knows everybody.
The pan community
I
is
know
quite small.
everybody in every
close,
band.
yeah.
So then-
I know
yeah.
a lot of people in every band. That's me. And the same for Mars too, as all you know. You know what I mean? DJs, I know a lot of people. It's just how it is over here, where everybody knows everybody. And then it's a case of, do you then get people who are not recognized as being qualified to judge?
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's all well and good. Okay, this one doesn't know anybody, but what does he do? He plays flute for Morris dancing. Do you understand? I don't care.
No. But so what? You can't
come and judge. You can't
go
come and judge
and
me
get
on my pan
external-
and you playing flute for Morris dancing. That making sense.
Yeah.
So that's why there's always going to be a link.
So you're telling me you can't get external professional musical.
I was thinking that.
like judges.
That's what you're
I'm
telling
sure
me.
it's possible.
No.
I can hear and understand the
Absolutely.
tune and
Yeah.
music
100% is possible.
arrangement.
And we've had that before, but the problem
happened?
is,
Corruption.
no. The problem is,
They don't like nobody.
Alright,
You
I'm
like
gonna
bacchanal.
upset- I'm gonna-
They don't
wait.
like nobody.
I'm gonna upset people.
Talk the thing.
You see, the thing is, with a lot in the steel band community, they're so hardened. Yeah, they're
That
so
is
like.
not only the steel band
Right.
community, the whole community.
Don't get me started.
It's people.
So you know, right? So it's literally a thing of, well, what do they know about we thing? This is we thing. They can't come in and tell we about we thing, and you understand? That's what it is. And then you spend 6 hours arguing, and then end up picking certain people. But you know, it's something that can be revisited in terms
Yeah.
of, you know,
Of how
going
the
back to-
criteria is met and stuff like that.
So. You know, but I mean, my panorama was nice. The
For your
panorama
voice.
event itself
He
was
change.
really good in terms of
Apple juice.
how it was set up, the stage, the people in the park. The event itself was a really nice event, and we had Nyla performing, and you know, little things going on in between the bands playing.
Yeah, I like
so
a good
it was
Nyla.
a vibe. So that was actually quite nice. You know, apart from the little mess at the end, which people are upset about, understandably, but that was fine.
Question for you,
But
Topso.
yeah, bro.
Since they've made it a fee to get in, do you think it's worthwhile now with the international acts coming in and you actually getting a performance?
I think so.
Yeah.
I would say so, because you're paying. I think the event actually starts from about 4.
So you're getting your
4
money.
till 12.
So you're getting your money.
20
back.
quid. Like, you're getting your money's worth in terms of time. You know, you had like Prince Vern and
Yeah.
Martin J and
Yeah.
Ting was there, you know,
And
playing
you
music.
had
And
an after party as well, right?
yeah, there was an
this year,
after party.
for the first
That's a separate cost.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I know, but
there
it's
was
still
an
a
after
vibe,
party.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, there's a vibe, and I think the thing is, we spend a lot of money on a lot of things outside of our culture that we feel no way to do. Yeah? And when it comes to stuff within our culture, it's like, oh, why am I giving them my big £30? And then the next breath, you're going and paying 100 and whatever pounds to
this
see
was-
Listen,
To go and see
Beyonce or
Usher.
whatever
No,
else.
to go see Usher.
Do you understand?
To go and see
Whoever.
Usher.
But yeah, but
Usher.
it's Beyonce.
This
I
is
mean,
what Super said. So
Usher.
We,
What I was making.
but
we
this
did
is the
our
thing.
review.
Point I was
right.
making.
That's why
But
they
this is the
argue.
thing. So it's like you know, we
the
got to look
martial
at
thing. People don't
what we're
understand.
doing. We spend a lot of money elsewhere outside of our community, and we're vexed to spend money on stuff inside our community.
Exactly what Digga just said. Go on, Digga. Sorry.
About what the correlation between spending for a non-Soca
I love
artist.
Beyonce, by the way. But anyway, go on.
But you know, but for me, it was history being made. It's supporting something that I really love. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm seeing somebody who's come up from 0 to hero,
Yeah.
put it on a showcase.
He's talking about Marshall. The
Oh,
Marshall.
the Marshall
100%.
thing.
Talk the thing.
Yeah,
There you
so
go. There you go.
That
There's a
Marshall
lot of
and
that.
That
Nadia
ticket
thing.
was what? About 70,
But
something pounds. And people were moaning
But that's
left,
good
right, and
money.
centre.
That's good. That's good money to
No,
spend
but
on
to
it.
them,
No,
it's
I mean,
like,
worth.
oh my God, that's a lot of money. But
But
bro,
why?
you pay
But why?
like £150
But
to
I
go
think
see
that's-
Usher. Like,
I-
what's your beef?
And I think,
What's
that
your
is-
beef?
We've had this discussion when we did our
I
review.
made
on
the
Carnival,
comparison,
because it was
literally that
he
comparison.
said
It's the same.
Because some people complain about paying t-shirt masks and why they're paying so much for just wearing a
Oh,
t-shirt.
they
but
always
he's just
complain.
like,
They always
you're gonna go
complain.
and spend that money. You're happy to spend that money on something without your community, with outside of your community. And when it is within your community, you want discount, you want freebies, you
Because
want
we all have a
handouts.
different
I
money
appreciate
story.
you guys.
Can
Thank you.
I
It's
first?
a money story.
No, I said
and
how
how people
I said
choose.
This. Yeah.
Yes, your choice.
To see
No,
No,
money
no, it's
and
absolutely
their
your choice.
relationship
But,
with money.
but
That-
don't
that-
complain
that whole-
don't complain about us not moving forward when you're not really you're already ready.
Exactly.
But they don't
Well, let me
see
finish now. Let me
themselves
finish.
as part of the
Let me
issue.
finish.
That's
Let me
what
finish.
That's what that
Don't
is.
complain about not moving forward when you're not ready to invest in our future and our culture.
Because they don't see it
Yeah, but
as them being part
no.
of the problem. They see that's everybody
But
else's problem.
everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a part to play in this thing. Whether it's buying a ticket, whether it's sharing a Facebook post. That's support too, you know. Sharing a Facebook post, liking whatever, commenting, interacting. That's all part of the thing. So everybody, no matter how small your part has a part to play in this thing, because other people are doing that, other communities are doing that.
So Thomas, let me tell you one thing now. So if you have 2 events on the same day, is that supporting the thing?
Hey,
if you have 2 events on it, I think that our community is big enough to have 5 events on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's not about.
I think so.
The thing is, I don't have to think. If you got an event on a certain day, I don't have to think. I shouldn't have to think about.
it depends on the kind of
Whatever,
event, though.
because not everybody's gonna go to your event.
Because you can't have 2 big concerts, 3 big
No,
concerts.
but
on the
hold
same
on.
day.
No, but I hear you. But why
Especially
not?
where we don't get nobody over
hold
here.
on.
That is something
Especially
that I
where
will
we don't
say.
get nobody over
That
here.
is something that I will say.
And that's
that it's
something
a
I'm
bit-
going to disagree with, because the thing is, I'm not bound to go to your event. I'm not bound to go to see.
But I actually want to go to
whatever.
both.
I like.
not bound,
Some
but
people,
there is
some of you greedy people want to go to both. All right, fine,
Because
whatever.
I don't get. Bear in mind, I don't
we
always
don't
get
get
time to
nobody
I'm going to get to that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to that.
One thing
I'm going to get to that
Go on,
in
Tom, sorry.
1 second.
Go on.
But what I would say is this. If it's a matter of one-off events and one-off events, if I'm bringing up somebody or whatever, I feel like we're big enough to have 2 nights, 3 nights at a place.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you don't have to choose. You could say, all right, let me go Marshall on the Friday and let me go Nadia on the Sunday or whatever. I feel like we're big enough to do that.
Also,
but
we're
not-
talking
we're
about
not
Marshall
doing
and
that.
Nadia.
But
Do you understand?
we didn't do it this year. We did it on the same day. That's what
Just a
frustrated me.
I like
But I'm
clarity.
saying, but
and
who's
you have that route.
that's a whole next
I
thing.
just wanted to understand what we're talking. We're talking about
Speaking
Marshall and Nadia. then.
Look, for
Yeah.
me,
We're speaking
I
about
gave
promotions
examples. I gave examples of a big whatever.
No, we was talking
Yeah.
about it there for a moment.
For
So
me,
that's
it's
what you're
a
talking
case
about.
of this. Yeah, look, like yes, we all know that the UK Caribbean community is quite small. We know that it's limited numbers and not everybody comes out and stuff. But I still think that there's room for growth. I still think there's nothing wrong with having 2 major concerts
Yep.
in the Caribbean scene happening on the same day. Everybody has their own preference, but it's down to the promoters, it's down to the artists to also push and promote what's happening, what they're
Promote
doing.
togetherness.
Everybody.
Collaboration.
I feel like there's
Yeah.
a lot of
Sorry,
now-
Prime example.
divisive
Wait.
movements.
Prime example. You have your fete on the boat party, followed by Glow. That's always been a thing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, used to do the same. There used to be parties before, and they used to collaborate. It can happen, but I just felt this year was a bit messy.
Well, I was talking generally speaking. I mean, you're talking about specifically this year. Then fine, I hear you. Conversations should be had between promoters, but here's the thing: everybody wants to do their own thing. It's like the DJs. Everybody wants to play the big tune. Like everybody, there's no kind of collaboration. Do you understand?
Obviously,
It's like
in the ideal world, you don't want it to happen. Yeah?
Right.
Like, you're right. The promoter should be speaking to each other and say, hey, look, I got this big fet on the Friday. All right, cool. You know what? That's an X zone. I'm going to stay away from that. A big fet is happening on the Friday. I'm going to try to do something on the Saturday. Everybody can try and work together and collaborate and all this stuff in the ideal world.
Yeah.
But, bro, this is the
Reality.
ghetto.
Can I
Yeah.
ask
This
a
is the
question?
ghetto. We don't.
Are there any big female promoters in the UK?
There used to be.
There used
No,
to be,
now.
there
Used to be. No.
That's why they have all these problems.
why?
Because all they want to swing all the big
Why?
all over
But why is?
swing.
But why?
Swing.
But why is there none now?
You're going to have to beat that one out. It's gonna-
I this.
You're gonna-
And I that. If the woman and them was doing things.
No, it's not. It's not if.
Hold on.
It's
How
not
much money
if.
you have?
Let's
I
hear
have
from-
fun
I hear
too.
it, I hear
All right,
it.
how much you have? All right.
Well, sorry,
You
but-
go have
Hold
them on
on.
a
But
Friday.
But they're not. But they're not
Guys,
doing
we
it.
can't-
But they're not doing it.
Guys,
Well, let me
we
hear
can't-
from
we
Carnival
can't speak
Slayers
over
as
each
well,
other.
eh? Let me hear from Carnival
think
Slayers
so.
as well when it comes to that.
Because women, we speak to each other. You guys, you don't.
Nah, okay,
Women don't
I don't
promote.
feel like you don't.
So
Let line out.
It's so techie, this one, man. This is so techie.
Nah,
Speak
talk
your
the
mind,
things,
speak your
talk up
mind,
for the
speak your
girls
mind.
then, man.
Right? We could talk up for the girls all day long. Would it be supported?
It depends on who is
Right.
in
That
the
is the
circle,
issue.
though.
Would
That
it
is
be
the issue.
supported?
That is the
Right?
issue because
let me
they,
tell.
they will not come and
Right,
support.
so let me
They will-
let me bring you guys in on a little
You by
something,
yourself
something.
isn't.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
you, but
Let me bring you guys in on a little something, right? I've been approached by internationals promotions about doing certain things here in the UK, right? And like doing like a female all lineup DJs and artists
Remember,
and
there
all
was
of
an event,
MCs and
yeah.
all of that here in the UK,
Yeah,
like
there
something
was an
big,
event
yeah,
advertised.
right? And I've had to turn down these opportunities because I unfortunately don't feel be supported.
Wow.
There is one
Right?
promoter though.
And that is and it's sad, but at the end of the day, it's a reality, isn't it?
So you was basically a gatekeeper.
Oi.
No, I'm sorry.
Wicked.
I'm sorry. It just slipped out. It's a JB. It's a JB.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
All I'm saying
done, so
is
it's fine now.
there's internationals that are looking at the UK, wanting to do things, wanting to collaborate and do stuff and everything. But unfortunately,
I was approached a few years to do something.
right, there's a bit of a hold up, you know, and would it be supported? And the other point you made earlier, Tubbs, when you said about, you could have 5 fetes on the same day.
No.
There's growth for it, you
Not
know.
in
We could
London,
do it.
love.
No, we can't.
No.
We struggle to
Why
just
not?
have 2 fetes on the
Why
same
not?
day, and people go into both.
Yeah.
We struggle.
No, but here's the thing. Those 2
struggle is
fets,
real.
but those 2 fets, not everybody wants to go to one of them.
Oh,
and if it's not
okay,
promoted
that
properly,
argument.
because this is facts, not everybody promotes properly, yeah? Some people put their little Facebook post and think, I'm going to get all the people in. No, you're not promoting a thing, brother. You're not doing what you need to do to get people in. And your fet is dead anyway. That's the facts. Some of these fets are dead. Like, so,
I feel they want too much.
you know what? Let me take 2 mics, yes? Let me take
Take it
2
on the
mics.
wad tonight.
I'm talking the things. Yeah.
Tubbs
No, but
is speaking facts.
But this is the
I
fact.
can tell you that now.
Some people will put out event after event after event.
One
and
thing-
don't understand why people are not coming to the events. It's because your promotion's dead.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So that's where it doesn't work. I've seen where 2 big promoters have gone side by side and had 2 good fets on the same day over here.
Correct.
That's happened. And it will happen again. But you have to look at yourselves. Don't just blame everybody else. I'm just saying. Both fets were good. I'm just saying. Don't sit over here. There's a lot of promoters sitting over here talking about, people ain't supporting the thing or whatever. What are you doing? You're putting up...
So
Controversial.
Putting up dead DJs. Now let me finish. You're putting up dead DJs, one Facebook post, like shit
Dead
artwork.
DJs, you know?
No, I got to talk. I got to talk the
He
things
talks, yeah.
because not every DJ. Listen.
So if I
JD.
Pause.
Hang on a
Not
second,
every
because-
DJ is levels. That's the facts.
Music players.
That's the
Wait,
facts.
DJ levels?
Music players.
No.
Not all of them are music players.
Whoa.
No, hey,
pause.
easy. I like DJ levels.
Hey.
Anyway,
No, y'all are DJs.
not every.
but they have music players.
Not every
Them they just play
DJ
music.
is on the par to say, okay, whatever else. Yeah, some need to apply their craft a little bit more and work on themselves and whatever, have potential.
Some are messy,
Some
are
have been
not.
out there just banging the same dead drum for how many years and need to give up. That's facts. That's facts.
Move on to something else.
However, you can't put your friends on because that's my friend and you know he's a shit DJ and expect people to come because they're not gonna come. Don't come. But I'm just saying.
On the same note that you're talking, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But is what one of the well, I wouldn't say I'm saying it, but I would say from what other conversations I've had with other people that have spoken about it is one of the biggest problems we have here in the UK is a lot of the promoters are not promoters; they're DJs.
Yep.
Sorry, Triple M.
Yeah.
You know, can I,
Yeah.
But back in the day, a promoter was a promoter and a DJ was a
DJ was a
DJ.
DJ, yeah.
So
Yeah.
is there a
And now
problem with
DJs
that?
are mic, man.
so hold on.
But technically, we had the era of Roughneck and
That's
those
true.
eras.
Yeah.
What?
Roughneck.
But
Yeah, but he was
Yeah,
a
but
rubbish
he
DJ. Anyway,
was
listen.
still.
no, listen.
That was
But
still a little
you
different.
guys
That
give
was-
him his props.
I kind of agree.
sorry.
I kind
Give him
of.
his props, okay?
I'm joking.
Yeah, that
No,
was-
listen.
no.
Listen. It's my guy. It's my guy. I'm not gonna. Anyway,
Okay,
there's
how
not,
about
is
that
there
then?
a problem with that? With what? How about what?
No, what I just said about
Some-
the majority of promoters are actually DJs.
Yeah, but there's not a problem with that. If they're coming and doing what they need to do.
Yeah, but you
There's-
just saying they're not.
Nah,
so
I
then the
think-
problem.
No.
Not all, not
I didn't.
all.
Well, I said that.
You see the promoter?
What did I say?
You said
There's-
promoters are not
there's-
promoting.
Right.
But what we're
Not
saying is a lot of
necessarily
the
the
promoters
DJs.
now are DJs. So
Yeah.
if the promoters not promoting, then
No,
the
hold
DJs
on, wait.
who are promoters not promoting.
Let's not promote a DJ. Listen what I said. Listen
Hang
what
on
I
a second.
said.
After this, we're going back to Notting Hill
All right,
Carnival.
I'm gonna clarify
we've
what I said.
digressed
I said
massively now.
some promoters are not good at promoting. That's a fact. Yeah. Now the next thing is some DJs are promoters. Some of them are good, some are bad. Triple's very good at what he does. Remedy
Big up
events.
Remedy events.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
I mean,
Big up.
I'm part of the promo team, so it is biased still. It is
Might
biased
as well
still.
be.
Whenever having anything, I come into you.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, there's people that are good, just vibes. Tree's always promoting
listen,
just
vibes
But-
up there.
Right,
And this guy here.
Gladiator, we know
100
them
out
man
of
there-
out of
and this is what I'm
100.
saying. And when you look at the Frenzy lot, them man them from Frenzy who do their thing, they're DJs and promoters. Island Must. There's a lot of good promoters out there who are also DJs. That's not a problem in itself.
I think. Sorry to cut you, Tubbs.
sorry,
I
no,
think
go ahead.
the only thing about being both is that just remember, bro, you're only one human. Yeah,
100%.
You need a
You-
team.
Spread
you have
yourself
to.
thin.
Something has to give. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've tried to
Outsourcing.
balance the both, and it is so difficult.
You have to outsource.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
delegation.
That's when you
It's
normally get-
ridiculous
Oh,
to the
sorry,
youth.
can I just say that's normally when you get the woman on your team to do all the work for you.
Wow.
Thanks, Annie. I got it.
Hold on.
I got you. I got you.
Can you give
Am I lying
big
there?
up Yasmin one time,
We
though?
are
Big
back
up
to
Yasmin
that.
one time.
Hold on, like,
It's true.
Gavin,
We can't have our own events, but we can do the organisation.
Yeah,
for
I
you.
mean, there's a woman behind pretty much some of the
Yeah, but
promotions.
Gavin has something to say.
Behind every strong man, there's a strong woman. Yeah,
Woman.
simple.
Let Gavin,
Yeah.
let Gavin face to
I
say.
just want to caveat and say there is one big female promoter, by the way. Big up to Venetia.
Yeah.
yeah.
So and the
Absolutely.
Rebel Crew. So
Okay.
yeah, so make sure.
Circa.
Who the non-Caribbean Venetia?
Possibly
or
the
Caribbean
Behave.
Venetia?
Behave.
We're not doing
Listen.
that.
There too.
Behave.
I need to be
behave.
clear.
Alright,
I'm
alright.
not behaving.
Listen,
No.
at
I'm
the
gonna
end-
exit left.
Wait,
I'm gonna.
Hold up.
No, hold on, hold on.
Give me a
On
shot.
this
No, we
podcast,
could talk about this.
No.
We could talk about this.
No.
No, because all right, let's.
Or there's another
Hello.
girl
Alright,
who's
how
a
I-
Caribbean girl who's Venetia as well. There's two.
Okay, repeat it.
So
All right,
I'm just
so
saying Rebel.
the non-Caribbean Venetia
Yeah.
who does Rebel,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
right, has been part of the scene for a long time,
Very
Yeah.
long
a
time.
very long time,
Yeah.
and is part of the scene.
yeah,
So for me,
exactly.
whether she's Caribbean or not,
Yep.
And she's been
It's
a masquerader
neither here
for a
nor
long
there.
time. She's been
Yeah.
a designer for
Because
a long
she-
time. She's been
right.
a promoter for a good couple of years.
do you understand?
Things.
So,
Yeah.
so whether she's Caribbean or not doesn't, and that whole argument, I know that whole argument went on. I'll tell you, I got her back in it. The end of the day,
lots of people
she
do.
is for us. She's a part of us. She's for
That's
us.
good to know.
So,
However,
so I will big her up
however-
every
Hello,
time.
no. There's no however. We're going back to no.
that's
no.
some people's opinion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but this is what I'm saying. I'm
Hold on,
saying,
let me
I'm
cut this
saying
now.
F some people's
No,
Hold on,
opinion.
hold on,
Caribbean
Lisa,
thing.
Lisa,
Hello,
Lisa,
we're
hold
not
up.
do- we're
Hold
not
up.
doing
this.
Lisa,
I don't
listen,
We're
let me
not-
say
I
this,
don't
right?
care.
How
I
did
will
you,
say
bro?
this is.
Let me
we're
say
not-
this.
I'm not involved.
Regardless
Yeah.
of
So we're
people's
not- We're talking
opinion,
about Notting Hill Carnival. That is it.
regardless of people's opinion
Circle
on
back.
the
Thank you.
person and where it is they're from, if it is they are representing our culture in a positive way,
like- thank
hush
you.
all your mouth.
Yeah.
Hush all your
No,
damn mouth.
no.
You understand? No, I'm going to say it.
Because
No,
you
no,
do
no.
have bad experiences and you're
No,
like,
everybody has
Everyone has bad
but you have
experiences.
bad,
That will- that will
but you
shape
have,
your
no,
experience.
but
You have
listen,
bad
hold up.
experience.
But you have bad
From-
experiences more so
and,
with
also
people who
from
are
the
part of your
Caribbean.
culture.
Yes.
Yeah, and
You
that
have
will
bad
shape your
experiences
experience
more
and
so
that will shape your
people who
opinion.
are meant to be part of your culture.
This is
Yes.
what I'm saying. I
You
never said
understand?
it was bad. I was just trying to clarify. There's a girl who also makes costumes and bras and stuff called Venetia, who is from the Caribbean. So I just needed to understand
Yeah.
who we were talking about.
okay.
That's all I
You know,
did.
so
you all
at the
went
end of the day,
somewhere else.
No, but this is not for, this is not
No,
for
you
us
understand
because,
what I'm saying?
Because I'm saying,
Yeah,
when we take this
100%.
take, right, people will go on to
People-
wherever,
people that-
and they
people
will
do
take it
what
and they
people
will,
do,
they will,
and
they will
I'm
digress
not
and
here
go a
for the
different direction with
nonsense.
it. So let me just make it very clear. I shut off Soca, Cairo Culture, My Red Studios. We're here right now, and I'm saying it very clear. If it is you are a part of the culture from birth, or you have grown into loving and respecting our culture, and you
welcome
have
you
and
with
your
open
and your
arms.
your pedestal is one way it is you're showcasing who we are in the right way, in the positive way. There's not always going to be everything positive. Let me scrap that one time. Not everything is positive, no matter if it is whatever country you're representing, there's positive and there's negative. But if it
Things I
is
wanna
your
say.
positive outweighs so much more than a negative, everybody else who wants to stay in the negative, stay right there by yourself. We will help you dig the grave. Simple as.
I agree with you.
Can
Simple
we take a
as.
shot to
Agreed.
that?
Simple as.
Shot for that.
But
You
Fuck the
understand?
grave diggers. I agree with you.
No, because
But-
it's always a misconception, right? Across the board, with
Agreed,
Notting Hill
agreed.
Carnival and everything, that we want to talk so much about the negative. When it is we don't want to
There's so much
uplift
positive.
all the so many positives that there are, within our community, right? And it's we have to change our narrative. And the only way we can change our narrative is me. I don't mind. I will stand up on any soapbox. You understand me? On any speaker box, wherever.
You don't need to stand up on nothing.
And I will still stand up so you can see me. You know, and I will stand and I will say it because it needs to be said all the time. And if I have to be repetitive about it, our culture is for us to cultivate in a positive way and not neglecting the negative, but also still remember that because of those negatives, it makes us stronger.
Agreed.
It makes us
100%.
stronger.
Yeah.
It doesn't weaken our position because if it is you have a brain and you have common sense or you just have a little bit of sense, you will know if you did something negative, how can I change that into a positive? How can I express myself in a better way positively? And that's across the board. In you, how it is you carry yourself as an individual, and how it is you carry your culture, and how it is you carry who you are. Done.
Can I just
if it's not Notting Hill Carnival,
I didn't finish my Notting Hill Carnival.
That's what I'm saying. If it's not Notting Hill Carnival, I don't want to discuss.
Yeah, but can I speak?
Yeah, they can. I'm just making sure I'm trying to keep us back
Am I
on
allowed
track.
to speak?
You can.
I just want to speak.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So
Literally, that's every episode. Thank you for coming to Tiffany's TED Talk. It should just be called anyway.
So yeah, we spoke about Panorama.
Yeah, how was your Carnival Sunday and
Carnival
Monday?
Sunday.
As you were saying.
Where is it?
Carnival Sunday was a bit strange because I came out late. We had a late night, whatever. I came out late and I was actually on Kensal Road when the young girl who passed away came by on the stretcher, which was sad. And that was weird. I wanted to know how she was. I was wondering how she was, and then we got the news. RIP to the young lady and her family. My condolences. You know, and I just want to say that with regards to these things, with what happened, there's a few incidents what happened at Carnival, and I don't want to make it out to be minor in any sort of thing because people have lost their lives, people have lost loved ones. We cannot, from the Notting Hill Carnival community, we can't take responsibility for, excuse my language, dickheads who decide to come out with a knife or to attack someone. We can't take responsibility for that. That is a society problem. You know, that's something where, as much as the police will take how many knives or guns or whatever weapons from people, there's always going to be some idiot who feels like, I need to carry a knife to Carnival. And then there's going to be the dickhead who thinks I need to use it on a mother of a small child. That is just, that's not a Carnival issue.
They carry it every day.
It's not a Carnival issue. It's weird. We live in a country full of weirdos, and that's something that we have to deal with. You know, so that kind of soured my Sunday. I did notice that trucks were moving pretty fast.
I just said that.
At one stage,
6 hours.
it's like they were waiting for ages, and then you turn around, you're talking to someone, and then they're gone.
Your band.
Like, wait,
It was a
what,
100
they're
meter
gone?
sprint.
It's like literally, I know somebody was like, he dropped off a truck, and they was like, yeah, I went to the toilet, and then came back, and the band was gone.
Them toilet trucks was moving fast.
And also, can I just say, you see when it comes to Carnival, yeah? In fact, let me talk to the camera. Anybody who is at home who lives on the Carnival blueprint, if you are getting someone pissing on your doorstep, it's not masqueraders.
It's not.
Yeah, it's the people who listen to the sound systems. Yeah, it's those guys. I'm just saying.
We've got our own toilets in our own mass
Yeah,
stands.
we have
It's
toilet
those
trucks.
guys.
Yes.
It's those guys. I mean, at the end of the day,
Yes,
I
that's
felt
true.
like there was a lot of space on the Sunday. In fact, over Carnival, I thought there was more space than previous years
There were less
at
bands on the
certain
road.
points because there was less bands and because there was less other musics playing. And I feel like soca music playing on the road makes a difference because for some reason the other genres kind of
It's the
attract
energy.
a
Because
certain
last there was a
energy.
lot of
The energy around soca, like
Yeah,
was
yeah. And I'm not even blaming Afrobeach because I personally feel like that could get a pass. But
yeah,
the
so
rest
do I
of
for
it,
certain songs.
the rest of it, I feel like them coming, it attracts a certain energy.
Yeah.
And I found that the road itself was actually nicer, obviously, other than certain points. if you're on Ladbroke Grove, if you're on Westbourne Grove, if you're on Kensal Road, you're going to have a different experience if you're just standing by the side.
Yeah.
Totally different experience. And that's something that it is what it is. But going back to what I'm saying, on the road, hearing soca music right the way through in most of the bands was such a difference.
Can I just say, even Jamaican twists?
So let me give Notting Hill Carnival their props for clamping down on that.
Yeah,
absolutely. They played soca music.
They only played soca music, but
and I'll just
about time.
For me, it's a case of this. Yeah, like okay, as a DJ, I understand the need to kind of venture into different genres and stuff like that. Because trust me, when you're on that pedestal and you're looking at everybody, you're seeing people from Suriname, Africa, Europe, nearly every single continent. Real talk is represented in Notting Hill Carnival. So if you're seeing an Australia flag or you're seeing I don't know, an African flag, you might want to play a little Afro beats. You might want to do something just to try and be different as that DJ, But I still like the fact that we actually, the Notting Hill Carnival Association came and actually said, look, let's try and clamp down on the whole soca music policy. I like that because it's like, it made all the DJs actually think about, okay, here's how am I gonna play or what am I gonna play? I saw dancehall DJs playing soca music. I was like,
bands got caught out
okay.
They realized that their DJs did not even know what soca was, and they were playing.
Wow!
Literally,
and they hiring them to play.
They had a whole truck, and I was
this
like,
is the problem.
How did this happen? Like, you don't know soca, and you have a truck on the road, and you're playing.
And do you know how much DJs wanted to play as well last minute? Oh, I didn't get a truck.
Yeah.
Cooking didn't even get a chance.
Let me just wrap up. I'll just wrap up.
Sorry.
I'll nearly finish.
We've all gone off point.
Sorry. Well, Monday goes into Sunday because I feel it was a Sunday sort of thing for me.
Sunday goes
Sunday
into
goes
Well,
into
let him man
Monday.
him say it how he wants.
Yeah, Sunday goes into Monday. Yeah, okay.
I know what you mean, boy. Don't study
It's all right. The time traveler's here. I'm here. I'm here with the time traveler. But yeah, no. So I thought that was nice. And as much as people have a lot to complain about, I think what people need to remember is with Notting Hill Carnival and the committee, there's a lot that they need to navigate in terms of, certain things that we need to do and certain things that need to be done and whatever else. And they're trying new things. Some things fail, like the stage, with letting people, I don't know what happened there, but I can guarantee next year they'll put things in place so that we do not have lots of people walking along the sides and masqueraders crossing the stage, because that was always a very strict thing, like some of you guys mentioned before. So hats off to them. We live in different times and every year is different. There's different things they need to navigate. So sometimes things are a bit different and they're working. I can see the positives in what they're doing. Yes, there's some things and whatever we get frustrated or whatever, but people are working actively to try and make it a good carnival. And like I say, if you're in different parts of the route, you will have a different experience. So you're gonna feel like, I had a great carnival. Hey, this was fantastic or whatever, Some people stand up by Saxon whole day and they're like, yo, this was great. And I'm like, you're not my people. Do you know what I mean? But this is the thing. So I feel like we need to find a balance somewhere. I feel like every year there's something slightly different and it will work towards.
So as we finish off, give a positive.
I was actually going to ask everyone to wrap up. Can you give one positive and one thing that you would like to see changed on the road?
You said change already, so positive.
To everyone else,
Positive. I want to see less sound systems in the
That's positive.
That's not positive.
That is a positive.
It's positive for me.
Positive for Carnival.
It's positive for masqueraders.
For him to have a good experience,
I want to see less. No, not all, because it's like I say, it's a part of the culture. Fabric. It's a part of the Notting Hill culture. I would like to see less, but positives was hearing more soca on the road without the rest. That's what I would say. Positive.
All right, cool. Yeah. So we'll kick over to Triple M. You're positive.
Positive and one thing you'd like to see change to make Notting Hill Carnival
positive
better.
for me.
One of them cups,
guys?
This is what I'm saying.
Because it's always hard thinking about the good things in life. That's right.
Oh,
No,
not
it
you,
should
not
never
you,
be hard.
Mary.
We're very easy to complain about the negatives.
Yeah.
It's very hard
That's
to
true.
think about the good things.
No, this is true.
A good thing for me, honestly, was the amount of crime that I saw being advertised and being portrayed on social media. It was minuscule for me.
I was thinking, where are you going with
2-3 years ago, I didn't see that much. 2-3 years ago, everybody was like, "Oh, this stabbing
Knife
here, that
dish,
stabbing here,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
arrest here, that."
minimal.
How many arrests? How many
They
arrests?
tried it though.
This year,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
We shut
like
it down,
Yeah.
I think.
minuscule.
I
And
think a
can I
lot
just
of
say
us
one
shut it
thing?
down.
All you people that like to resurface videos from how many years ago
About
saying
20,000
this happened last
years
year,
ago.
can you
Shea
stop
Borough.
it? Because you know that was 5 years ago. No one was pissing outside
Yeah,
your
they're
house
not
this
from the
year.
culture though,
Correct.
Annie.
They're not. But
from the
people like to do
culture.
it and be like, oh, this
Yeah.
happened. It didn't. It may have done, but things have changed. It is getting better. So stop.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Jiffy.
100%.
So-
A negative, obviously,
something
No,
that we
no,
can
we didn't
work
say
for.
negative.
something that we can work towards.
Yes, to change Carnival for the better.
Just the crowd control, man. That's it. That's all we're asking for. Just if you can come up with a strategic way to manage that crowd better, more,
Smoother for the masses.
there must be a genius in your team somewhere
Somewhere.
that can create a very good flow plan of how
Yeah.
to manage that crowd.
I'm sure
we
there
can do
is.
it.
It's just whether they want
I
to
can be linked to with the
implement
band there was it with and stuff like that as well in terms of your experience with that, in terms of a good experience that you want to see moving forward as
Yeah.
well.
it. Did
You
that?
know? So
Oh no!
No,
take it.
you go.
I'm done.
you're done?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say for me, I think a positive is the craftsmanship of the East designers. I think each and every year they go to the next level. So even with I think this year I noticed, I haven't played mass in many years, but I've noticed this year some of the mass bands, won't say who because political and all of that, but I've noticed that the collection points for some people's mass bands was really good. They put a lot of effort into what the masquerader got, and I think for
Mangroves
me,
was great.
Same
kudos
names.
to
And I heard
Mangroves.
Island Mass was great as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kudos
exactly,
to the
Okay,
masqueraders.
Charles.
But
Okay, yeah,
I think for
since
me,
you're saying
it's
yeah,
it's a
Adam
fact
Mass's
that
bag was good.
they put effort into, because a lot of people are part with their hard-earned cash, and times are hard these days. And the fact
100%.
that you got something back and you can still use longevity, I think
Yeah.
that's kudos to
Great
those. So
branding.
No,
all the
but
designers, salute to
Seriously,
you.
Island Mass's bag was
Yeah.
serious.
I heard.
Bro, they
I
gave you
wanted-
champagne.
What?
I heard.
Champagne on
Sorry,
arrival.
sorry.
I heard
sorry.
your band that you was with. I think you cop. Yeah, they were doing
They have
things.
as well, but
They were doing things.
I think the things were well.
And
well,
I
well
think-
thought through.
Something moving forward is educating everybody who's not familiar with Carnival.
Yes.
This Carnival business needs to stop. 2025, I don't want to hear it. If they do, 2 slap in the head.
Whoa, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You know what? For me, yeah, honestly and truthfully, the whole Carney thing is
It's a trendsetter thing.
not even a right. It's literally a trend on TikTok.
Yeah, it needs to
Somebody
stop.
decided to abbreviate a name of
Like
something,
Jamil.
and it went
They
viral.
do that a lot here, though.
But
Annoying.
forget about the whole Carney
culture,
word.
they
It's literally
abbreviate
about
things a lot.
educating that younger crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because when I was growing up, I was educated in such a way where, like, I started playing mass young. I started joining a mass band young. Like, everything was from a young, tender age. So I want to see exactly the same thing. Everybody's children here should be like playing mass from since they're
In a
young.
mass camp.
Wait,
Just
wait,
like
wait.
Naomi's kid, you know what I mean?
Did you-
Everybody.
Did you ever make a costume?
Bro, I stuck
was in a
feathers
mass
and
camps,
beads.
you know.
I made
Yeah,
to play
Before
in
he
the
was
group.
international
Because you
DJ
haven't played
Triple M,
mass.
he was in mass camps.
Listen, if you haven't like made costume, you haven't played mass.
Yeah, I don't know.
For my whole,
I hear
It's
you.
part of the
I hear
culture.
you.
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
actually,
you.
if it is, you can get bun from a glue gun.
Glue gun.
You ain't play, man.
Yeah.
That's
Sort of
correct.
thing.
Yeah,
You
but-
understand?
Sort of
Yeah?
thing.
Yeah.
If you can
My-
get
my-
bun, like a small little, a little thing, you understand?
I remember year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8. My entire 6 weeks holiday was spent in M2K. Massive.
Yeah, MTK, that's
Yes.
what.
Big up
Yeah,
everyone.
like I was sleeping on the floor sometimes, sticking feathers and glue
That's
guns.
what
Yeah.
a mass camp life
Yeah.
is about.
Cover
Yeah.
yourself with feathers and
Literally.
everything.
You can't
Literally.
even get a mass camp.
So like
camp life is
the
not for
younger
the weak.
the under I'll keep saying it, under 25s. They need to
Yeah.
be educated.
Yeah.
There needs to be that outreach from the Notting Hill Carnival Association, go into schools, go into colleges and educate people about
But we
carnival.
know somebody who does that, teaches young kids to make
We know
masks.
plenty
But it's
of
not,
people
it's not
do
on the
that.
scale
It's
that
It's
it
not a
needs to
big
be on.
scale.
Yeah,
But
and as
she
Notting
does.
Hill Carnival, like they should be. Not say they don't. I'm sure they already have things in place, but sometimes I don't feel like it's even promoted enough for people to even know what they are offering.
Put it
for
this way,
people
if
to
we
access
don't know about it,
Exactly.
It's not happening.
Is it really like out there? No, it's
They
not.
need to.
They do.
Notting Hill
Tubs.
Carnival.
They do.
Campaigns.
Yeah, Notting Hill Carnival.
They need him to promote because he's the promoter.
Anyway, now I'm gonna talk to
He
them.
needs
But
to be
anyway,
here, Gavin.
So
yeah.
Gavin DC.
All right. So,
Positive and
DJ
something to
Gavin
change.
DC.
okay. So Triple M bigged up M2K. I'm gonna big up Sub Connections because
Okay.
I played Junior King at least 3 or 4 years. I was a Moko Jumbi. I did all that on the stilts, everything. So when I was from about 13 years old, I won trophies with NHC and all that kind of stuff.
Nice,
so
nice,
the
nice.
pictures are all online. You can
Garland
find me.
thing,
all that
yeah?
kind of
Okay,
thing. Olympia.
Runs to Google.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even the
Olympia,
O2. I was doing press ups on stage, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. That's the way it
Had
was.
a good day.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
She's like, did you say he's
Trust me.
Jamaican?
Yeah, this is the
trust me,
UK.
it will
We
come
got
out.
all islands involved in this thing, you know. We got all islands involved in this thing.
I would say my mum got with the Trinity man when I was very young.
That's where the connection is.
You know what I was like?
Is that touch
You
of
did
pepper?
not say that on podcast. You're getting licked. Anyway.
Those lines to Gavin, mom, okay? Those lines to Gavin.
There's look.
Now it makes sense.
But
so-
positive.
Positive and
Don't look at me like
Positive.
that.
Yeah, you're
sorry.
getting distracted.
Yeah.
Back here, sir.
Positive.
Positive and something to change.
So I would say give credit where it's due. Every single band on the road plays Soca from start to finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will not emphasize that enough. So your Jamaican twist. There was even another band as well, Motive.
Yeah,
Who,
Motive UK.
I saw them like, if you were allowed to play something else, you would go full throttle. But yeah, bigger them up. They played Soca the whole way through. So I will not big that enough. So big up them. My thing that I would improve on, I would say that. So there's certain. All right. How do I put this now? Yeah, let me.
Yeah, take a sip,
JB.
Yeah.
Let JB
Listen,
help
the
you.
JB's not going to help you. Do not
Let that
take
JB talk for you.
It's not.
It really isn't going to help him, huh? That tongue going to get loose.
So I would say that when it comes to like crowd control, I mean, there's. When it comes to like the route and like, so in years gone by, like the judging point has been like really efficient. So I kind of stormed in 2023.
You said you kind of
And,
stormed.
yeah,
You
so
either
I-
did or you didn't, sir. You stormed.
You was the problem.
Say
You
it.
was the problem.
Say
And
it
like
in your chest.
when I was around judging point, people were like, you need to move from here, you need to go on the other side. But I did not see that this year at all. So
Judging point is the holy grail, though.
Yeah.
You normally do.
So
get
if we're not
from
doing
there.
that at all, so I was shocked to hear that that wasn't the case this year. So yeah, we need to improve that moving forward. Make sure that judging point is,
Yeah.
properly.
You had a good year last year. I remember.
No, some bands just hire volunteers, and they don't have people who actually. They don't brief their security or their stewards in how to actually do the thing properly. And that's the sad thing about it. So some bands you'll see very well regimented, and then some bands it's like, what's going on here? It's they've almost dropped the ropes at certain stage. But yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
go.
No. And one thing I will also say, so there was a big whole discussion in the Caribbean Music Association group. So I see you Triple M in there. I would say that we are only going to get. We will complain. We will do whatever we want, but we will only get change when we hit certain people's pockets. So when we talk about the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea, they care about two things.
Yep.
They care about their constituents, and they care about money.
How much money they're going to get.
So
They make.
we talk about sponsors. So I see Spotify had a big kind of thing around Carnival this year.
Last 2 years. Last
2 years. So if we
BBC
go
One Extra as well.
BBC One Extra, yeah.
if we go directly to those kind of people and say, look how badly we treat Carnival and our masqueraders, which is the biggest thing. When we talk about Carnival, we talk about the masqueraders, right? I think everybody thinks that.
Yeah.
So unless we go directly to those people and be like, look how badly the masqueraders are treated, please do something about this, they will go directly.
Write a letter and we'll all sign it.
100%.
Yeah.
Petition.
Well, there's been
You said,
there's
the
petitions and
yeah.
stuff out already, but
But I'm saying
There's no legs on it.
There are
I
black.
think personally, just like we had this discussion in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had like a Caribbean Music Association WhatsApp group. And
No
similar
awards,
to
no?
the
Anyway, sorry, go. Sorry, no, go.
similar to the whole soca music being played on the road. The only reason why Notting Hill Carnival Association saw that is because it went viral on social media. Yeah. 2023, people played dancehall on the road. People played dancehall, and the crowd went wild. And the crowd went a bit too wild. It went viral on social media. They reacted. Yeah. It will take something humongous for them to say, okay, let's bring back barriers, or let's do this, or let's do that. Let's try and really look at the crowd and see how we can stop the crowd from interfering with the procession and the parade. It will take something huge. It's not going to take no little one piece of letter, sending it to RBKC, sending it to...
It has to be collective.
Do you actually...
It's a huge thing, bro.
Do you want barriers to come back?
I don't care. I don't care if it's barriers or no barriers. I just want a proper crowd control plan. Something.
I hear you, and I think the plan is definitely needed. I'm not sure if barriers is the thing, because I think we discussed that in one of the groups.
It's a lot of people to maintain within the barriers.
And there was
squashed.
There was crushing incidences and whatever else. So the barriers, but then the types of barriers.
We have World Cups in the world.
Absolutely.
We have Beyonce concerts in the world.
But you know what?
We have Taylor Swift concerts in the world.
There, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, World Cup do not have the energy of soca. That kind of wireless and thing, they don't have that going on there.
And they want to lift up that barrier.
That's me right there. Big up something.
I'm just saying, we can formulate. We can formulate.
When you're on a fence or something.
But the point is, when you hit people in their pockets, that's when they listen.
Correct. That's when change happens.
So let's start trying to hit people in their pockets. That's the one thing I was.
What's the plan?
Just to politely move it on, because we've been here for a little while, and I do want to go home today. Lisa.
Okay, so my positive was how the...
For Sunday? Sorry.
Her positive was that she didn't come Monday.
Sorry.
I was there in spirit on Monday. The security in the band that I was in they worked overtime. I actually thanked a few of them that afternoon. I was like, thank you so much. You all did really good, and it went above and beyond. I found that they went above and beyond. So that was the positive for me.
Nice.
The one change I would like to see is similar to all the crowds, but for me, the music. I'm a masquerader.
Who's your favorite DJ?
I
feel like that's a band problem.
I like to be emotional. I like to be...
Lisa, who's your favorite DJ?
On the road.
Yeah,
I want to feel the freedom.
When that's specific to your bands and the DJs playing.
When you say music...
You wasn't in all bands. Don't tell me you was in...
Over the last few years,
then you choose the wrong band here.
I can't lie to you.
I
can't lie to you. It does change. It definitely depends on the band that you're with, because there's certain people that will say, "Oh, this wasn't played." I was like, I literally saw a truck that was just playing that the whole day. So you need to curate your carnival experience.
I just feel in general.
You need to reassess your choices, Lisa.
No, not necessarily. I need to make better choices.
Better choices.
Decisions
you need to do better. Lisa, you need to do better. Lisa, because I've been with mass bands. I was with two. I literally experienced two different mass bands on both days. We both played brand new soca music. We went old school. We went mid school. We tried to
all kind.
Yeah, like one thing you got to realize about Notting Hill Carnival. There's the young, the old, the middle class, the upper class. Every different kind of people are represented. So playing all the new stuff all the time.
That's something. Yeah, give me things, but I just saying.
There's a way of delivering things.
I think your problem is the deliverance.
You need, I feel like this year was your choice of band, and maybe when you was roaming, it's just bad luck. Because I had a good time. I had a good time with Mangrove on the road. That's all right now. I had a good time with Mangrove on the road. You had young DJs. You had DJs out there. So
the camera.
What's that?
Please stop playing that song. Take your finger and do whatever. Because if anybody lose their mind and even listen to that song and take them instructions and come to put a finger anywhere in the sun, please,
You know,
all the music players.
Music players.
Okay, so that was what is
That's
the
a
one
big tune,
thing?
though.
Shout out
It is.
Stifler one time. I know he likes that tune, but anyway, sorry, go
Stifler
on.
loves that tune.
Yeah.
What's the one? Sorry.
What was Stifler wearing on Monday? Anyway.
Nah, just shout him out, I mean. It's my MC, you know. Leave him.
His short.
I can't. I can't.
Yo, you cannot
So
invite
you're
6
one
people to this podcast and expect there not to be bacchanal.
No, we don't
What
mind.
is your problem?
No, sir, we don't
What's your
mind.
problem?
We don't
This is a real shot of Soca, yeah?
I don't know why I say, oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I say, oh my gosh. It's because of the delivery now. It's the delivery. It's the delivery. You understand what I'm saying? You know, that's all it is.
And your one thing that you'd like to see changed. Oh no, you said the music.
Yes.
Sorry.
I feel
Positive.
I wasn't trying to get you started again.
I feel like when I listen
It's
to
true.
radio, I just get a vibe more than when I in party.
It's true.
What radio you listen to?
Sometimes.
I
Spotify.
know.
From Trinidad.
I know that, but what station?
Yeah, Trinidad.
Slam?
Audio.
Yeah.
Ojo?
Power.
Listen, even 107.7.
This is why I asked you.
Let's play
Because
real
see next
good
year.
music.
All, let's play real thing.
Hey, all.
And
No, the reason why
in truth,
You're just saying stuff
real
now.
thing. No,
Lisa,
Even when they're playing slows and they're playing R&B,
Listen,
you
the-
just get a vibe.
the,
Like, I
re- the
feel
reason,
like, no.
the reason why I wanted to talk on that subject matter is because again, a few of these DJs know that I provide the music, but another thing that I want to do next year is make sure they understand how they play the music overseas.
Yeah.
Because there's a different energy.
It's a,
And we don't have radio
it
stations
brings up.
as much as back on our radio.
Back on our radio,
It's only
yeah.
us. True. Yeah, but other than
Bacchanal radio plays good.
yeah, but other than back on our, who else
Other
is
than that,
listening?
yeah.
Well, normally I listen
I
when
mean,
he's
listen to one
on.
extra.
After that, I'm
No
not
offense.
on. But the other day I listened after him, and I was like, ooh,
Martin
I
Jones.
was jamming still, and that was good. I was like, why we can't get this when we out?
It's not consistent enough.
One thing I realized, honestly and truthfully, like, I've done a lot of traveling this year, specifically.
yes,
you
international
have.
Yeah,
DJ,
it's
Triple M.
international DJ.
Nah,
You
not
do
even
not
that.
know, this man did not have a home this summer. He was everywhere.
Be-
What, him or
Everywhere.
Credible? No, I don't.
Nah, well, and DJ Credible, literally.
Y'all just
But
wicked.
even Credible will tell you this as well. Traveling to the islands, traveling to different,
different vibes.
carnivals.
Yeah.
You witness different vibes.
Have to step up.
You literally see how the crowd is interacting
Yeah,
with
and
certain
that's the
songs.
big
You know
thing.
what? Because
So I
I
think
will-
some
I could-
people
will
just
get
think that they can take songs.
I
It's
could
not
tell you
just
now,
taking the music,
okay,
it's how you
every
play it.
single island that I visited, there were UK people there. They all listened to the local songs in that specific island, and they wanted to hear it back in the UK, but they didn't because
Said
there was no DJs that were there
Other
that
than-
really understood the local music.
yeah.
Some of the
Upset,
music
sorry.
from the islands
what I'm
came
upset?
back.
Niggas biting his hands.
Do you know why? Because I had one DJ literally the weekend of I think Rebel asked me, "What's the top 10 songs of a certain island?" I was like, "You've had
Yeah.
how many years
Yeah.
to understand each year? This is the system how it
That
works."
is the problem with Soca.
Yeah.
Why is it just before?
it.
You should be studying it anyway.
This is it.
It's the education.
Even me, look,
No, 100%.
I never took in. I'll be honest, hands on heart, I never took an interest in Antigua Soca.
They got some
Antigua
tunes, you know.
Soca Carnival,
New
like
Gen
Carnival,
Band is
the
a
this, the
boss
that.
band,
What you mean?
All of a sudden,
No, but
honestly, all of a sudden this year,
Watch me.
I took
Winterman?
Antigua Soca seriously. I researched
The
it.
Carnival was
I
really
asked
good, though.
Digga for the music.
Mm-hmm.
I asked DJ Bones for the music because he attended Antigua
I had it
Carnival.
before he left.
And I added it onto my Notting Hill Carnival mix. And honestly, the amount of like positive reviews I've had from people saying, "Oh my God, you played
But
an
you see, you know,
Antiguan
that is being
Soca
proactive. That
song."
is
Like, what the
bringing
hell?
Things in, but
You get it?
I don't mind you bringing things in and doing stuff because you know it's music. You'll move.
Yeah.
But I feel
Yeah.
like they're just doing this.
But that is the
Same old,
that's
same
the
old.
The
difference.
same,
You
the
can
same
tell the
tricks,
difference.
same transition,
That's what I'm talking
same
about.
songs.
That's what
You know,
I'm saying.
listen, this
Yeah,
year
yeah.
Carnival, Trinidad Carnival. Listen, I'm a masquerader. I play mass since I small. Yeah, I play mass only in Trinidad. Right? You know what happened to me on Carnival Tuesday? I was home by 4:30. I was showered, makeup off. I just get up 2:00 Tuesday morning to go and do my face.
Wow.
No sleep.
And half
To
past
be
4
on
you're
that
in your
road
house.
Carnival Tuesday. 4:30 I was in my bed.
Why?
I don't so chilling.
Vibes dead.
fucking music.
Vibes
I feel like she sounds like Fayan, you know. I'm half Trini, so I know Trini's, but her actual voice, sorry, I love it.
I mean-
I love it.
I don't agree.
The music
You
for
said
me,
I
I get
what band were you
bored.
in?
But that she sounds like a Faye.
I was just bored.
What
how
band
am
were
I
you in?
bored?
What
Me.
band, what band were
Listen,
you with,
if
darling?
you know me, I just be on the ground, horse. You see how short I
I've
am?
seen the videos.
I the
Band should we know?
closest person to the ground out
Yeah.
of everybody I know. I
on the
always on
ground.
the ground.
And you just always be on the
I do not
ground.
want to
Yeah,
not be
yeah,
on the
yeah,
ground.
I don't
Jump
know
on the
what
ground and roll.
pictures look like,
Why am I
but-
like this?
We don't want to
Could it be?
disrespect
Could it be?
bands,
Could it?
so
Could it be the
You know what,
soca?
next year-
The actual
next
soca
year, whatever
music itself has
Triple's on,
changed.
Follow Triple, he will give you a vibe.
Well, you know, I think for Lisa's point, honestly, she's been partying for such a long time.
That
The
too.
soca back then
Hey, watch
is
it, boy,
completely
watch it,
different.
watch it.
It's completely
Watch
different
it,
to the
eh?
soca nowadays.
Watch it,
She's short
Dave.
but tell her what.
Wait,
Take
what-
your time. She's
So
short
wait, what
but
era?
tell her
Was
what.
it his era?
Yeah, probably back to Gavin DC's era. You know what I mean?
No, nobody's fair.
Things have changed. Things have changed.
He's starting to see.
I think, you know what? You said that I have come to that realization as well. I no longer leave my house.
So you need to move
Yeah.
with the times.
Yeah,
in a sense.
no,
And if you
girl, I
can-
just be zesting. What you talking about?
Zesting
No,
right
but, I
through.
mean, but when
Lady
you say
Lava.
music's changed, like, I think you're in some of
Sorry,
sort of like a
Patrick.
I love
nostalgic
Lady
moment.
Lava.
You
I'm
want,
working for that
you want the
Birkin girl. We
vibes that
tell
you
you
had.
Very demure. Yeah, she's very demure. Okay. Respect,
Very
Lisa.
respectful, very
No, but I
demure.
think that as well. I think because I've done it for a long time.
Over.
It's like
She pulling
yeah.
up. She pulling him
It's
like
like,
all
yeah.
kind of thing.
Miss
I think I
Prefecture.
reach a point now where it's like
Listen,
I just have to be. I'm very selective now.
Yes.
So I think I've reached that point, which is fine. I don't mind. But again, I wouldn't participate here. Probably next year. I probably wouldn't. I would just go pre-parties.
You're not going to choose the next band?
No, I don't play in band
But-
over
but-
here. I like to be naked, boy.
But I
What you
feel like
talking
you need
about?
to play
I
on
cannot
the
be
band.
naked
Your body
over
for
there.
vibes, girl.
I'm
Pass on tonight.
No
we're
code.
going on to 9 now.
Lisa, everybody. Oh yeah. So there we
Yeah.
go with Carnival Slayers.
Okay.
Your experience on the road, positives
All right.
and
Yes.
And
then,
something to
yeah.
change going
Okay,
forward.
so positives would be seeing my little one play She Mass for the first time,
Nice.
having the most fun. She completed the route.
Nice.
I'm still hating on her, but she completed the route, you know, and
And
she
she
only
wants to come back.
slept for like half an hour, 45 minutes on the truck, and then she was up again. She wanted to be.
Oh,
And she wanted to be on the ground.
Yeah,
and I was
she's a
just
champion.
like, she's not a truck girl.
she's,
Nah,
yeah.
she's not bougie.
Get on her.
Right?
Yeah, get
See,
on
I'm
her, right?
training.
You're
See, I'm
testing her,
training
you're
her,
testing
you know,
her.
Yes.
young, yeah. So she ain't bougie. She's not a truck girl. She wants to be on the road, right? She wants to be on the grung, like this one.
Released.
Auntie Lisa. Yeah, so that's the positive, and I think it's really important for her to have seen a really good, to have experienced a really amazing carnival, because one, she wants to do it again next year, but two, that's always going to be a fond memory
Yep, her
for
first
her.
memory.
So
Right.
that
Good
hopefully
representation.
is about representation.
Yep.
It's about the future. It's the next generation,
Yes.
because
Yep.
we, you know, it's quite scary to think that, oh, we may not even have a carnival maybe in 5 or 10 years time, because who's going to pick up the baton? Who's going to carry it on? Who's going to, you know, make sure that the culture is still going? So I think it's really important that we have got the younger generation that is taking part in mass, having workshops, as mentioned earlier. You know, maybe Notting Hill could do a bit more there.
So there's
in terms
definitely
of-
workshops. I just don't think they're
Yeah.
promoted. in a
Publicise
way
it a
that
bit more.
People actually
Let's
know that they
get
exist.
the young
Because,
generation involved in mass camps, making mass and all of that, and also the young generation getting involved in PAN. You know what I mean? I think
That's a
even
big thing.
that's
That
a
is a
big
very
thing.
big
I don't think PAN is very well publicized. I don't think there's always a lot of flexibility or options of other PAN yards that kids could like go to and practice, because again, you got
To
to
be
think
fair-
kids are doing exams, you know, there's other hobbies, you know, maybe not just having it one day in the week.
But to be
Maybe twice.
fair on that point, I've noticed this year, especially in Mangrove, but across the board, there's been a lot more youngsters coming. It's been beautiful to
That's
see.
good.
Yeah.
So there are certain events that encourage
Different
youngsters to
influx
come
of-
through,
Okay.
and
That's
there's a lot
good.
of those going on, which is quite good. But I will say that going along with what you're saying, maybe they're not promoted well enough.
No, they're not.
For
I know they're
the
not.
likes of everybody to know. So
Yeah.
that's
Our culture
yeah.
is not promoted.
But
And
yeah,
for
there's a
you-
lot of
and
kids.
for you
Yeah, sorry.
personally, on the
Yeah.
Monday and stuff like that.
Yeah, so in terms of the negatives, trying to make it into a positive. Okay, so I'm with Tubbs on this one. Like, reduce the amount of sound systems, or before everyone starts coming for me, put them in Hyde Park.
Experience.
Because
People have been
I'm sorry,
saying
I'm
this.
saying
And let them
it,
watch us on the screen.
and I'm saying it unapologetically. Even we can start with reducing the numbers,
But you
because
want them
as
gone.
Tubbs rightfully said, they were part of the culture
Yep.
from the beginning.
Yep.
You understand?
They
But
have a
if
place.
it just can't be managed
Yeah.
to that level, put them in
Find
Hyde
ano-
Park.
Find another way.
Yeah.
Right?
Because then
Adjust
the
it.
crowds will follow them
Yeah,
there.
follow
and
them
we'll
there,
get
and then it'll
the
make
space.
more space for us masqueraders with our wings and big backpacks to
Yeah.
do
True that.
our thing.
Yeah.
Right? That is what I would suggest. To me, it's a no-brainer. And also, I'm sorry, but put the barriers back up at Westbourne. The judges need to see what they're judging. Make it make sense. Because the fiasco that's been going on for more than 1 year now, what is it, 2
It's
years?
many years.
2
2
years?
years.
Like,
Easy
it's not
plus.
working.
It's 2 years.
Plus.
2 years.
I think it
plus.
was
Yeah,
last year and this year.
it's not working. So let's get back to the drawing board. Actually, let's not. Let's just put back what was already there before. Make it make sense. That's my take on it. And also, just as we are on this platform, yeah, big up Triple M, because I had a lot of raving reviews about this boy.
Yeah.
Your reputation precedes you, sir.
There's a lot of
Famous
raving
friends.
reviews because I mean, again, I mean, other than the fact I'm at every Remedy event because we work
Okay.
together,
Jeez.
right? But you know, in terms of the music, like he's definitely playing the new music. And the thing is, I know like
struggling.
Lisa has
Heard you at
touched on
Rebel.
that with regards to, you know, she's bored, she wants to hear new music. I get that because you know what it is? I've been that person who's done Spice Mask, Crop Over, Trinidad. And you know when you get back from these islands now,
You want the
you're just
energy.
itching to hear
want-
that
you-
music.
Yeah.
It was there.
Ranch in
Yeah.
your head.
You know
So you
what
just
was
want
being
one more
played.
jam, right?
You know the
Yeah.
vibe.
And I say
One
that's
more
I think,
jam,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the nice thing about Notting Hill is that it's
On that
happened
note.
after
Right.
all of
It's
those
on
carnivals.
that note,
Literally,
Have the
literally.
opportunity to play
I
everything.
just want to hear it.
Yeah.
I just want to hear all
I
of
need a
it. I mean, yeah, from St.
Yeah.
Vincent, I heard Carnival Jumbie play quite a few times. I mean, that's nice.
I
I,
like-
mean,
yeah.
I love
There was
Carnival
other
Jumbie.
songs that came
That is
out from
actually
this,
my
yeah.
favorite song.
Same, but there was
But
still
there were
other
Where's the
other
songs
rest?
came out.
songs from St.
Yeah.
Vincent.
Where's
Like,
the
come on
tape?
now.
Where's the tape?
Like, it wasn't just Carnival Jumbie.
Top
But
thing.
yeah, shout out to you because, like, you know, a lot of people, I had a few friends in UCOM and also people who are not from the UK
Yeah.
who actually talked about you and said, yeah, that guy, yeah, he
Fantastic,
played
then.
all the new music and
Nice.
stuff
Keep
like
up the
that.
job.
So
International
you know what?
Triple M mad song.
He's doing his thing. Shout out to
Try.
Credible because he
Yes,
also
he
went
did
to
as
all the
well.
carnivals and
Big up,
stuff.
big up for
And I
for
just-
giving everybody music, innit?
And
Because I swear most of the DJs get their tunes from
Right.
Digga, you know.
Right.
Said to me,
Honestly,
"Listen to that."
honestly and truthfully,
I'm just saying,
He
but
did
yeah,
say
sorry.
that.
I
Sorry.
get
Did say.
all near enough 80 to 90% of my music from this guy right
That's
now.
what he said.
Right, big up
earlier.
to
He did say he
And-
got it
Yeah,
from
we
me.
had
Big up to
Digga.
Digga.
What
So, Digga,
helps?
I will be calling you for music.
I don't even know how he gets it as well. Literally, he just puts it in a folder, all
that guy.
neatly, nicely compiled.
Nah,
And it's for you as a DJ to go through it and decipher,
want.
okay,
And
what's the
yeah.
good,
What
bad,
you're doing
ugly,
with it, yeah.
and the traveling helps.
yeah,
See,
the traveling is
traveling
number
into
one.
those
Opens
different,
your-
Yes.
the different islands.
man.
Yeah,
it-
and that's the
it
advice
opens
I
your
would
eyes
give
up.
to these
Yeah.
DJs
Up and
that
comings.
is in our scene. Like, guys, travel.
Yeah.
You have
If you
to.
can
You know what I
travel.
mean?
You
Do
have
what
to.
he's doing. Do what, you know, Credible's
Credible,
doing.
yeah.
Like,
Credible's
they're
Invest
been
in
doing
what
it
you
for
in
want.
all the
years.
carnivals.
Invest in what it is you want to fulfill.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
If you're that passionate about it,
You got to invest in it.
you got to
Yeah.
invest in it. 100%.
And I think that is a lovely way to wrap up. We gave
Yeah.
our,
Oh,
we gave our,
Yeah. Well,
3 hour set.
yeah, we
Okay,
did.
hold on, real talk,
You
boy.
know.
Well,
Yeah.
ain't nobody shy tonight.
No, no one was shy tonight. On a Shot of Soca page, I was going to go through the results, even though we spoke about how the judges were able to judge in the first place. But I will post all of the results on our page so people can see. What was you going to say?
You were reserving your score or
Yeah.
something.
When
Was
it's
that
finished.
better?
When it's finished.
What? I'm finished.
Oh, you done that?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
done.
no, well, I mean, for me personally, it's been fantastic to have all of you all come into our space.
Yeah.
Ashata Soka, we love you all.
For inviting.
It can be difficult. You're children. You like
coming from far.
Coming from far.
Yeah, children too.
Yeah, children. Digga comes from far.
Hello,
Triple M.
25,
He
21.
always on a plane.
He never there. He never here.
Playing somewhere.
That in
You know,
itself,
so
we're just appreciative of your
so
time.
really appreciate, and we also appreciate all those that
Behind the
like,
scenes.
share, and subscribe a Shadow Soca, and all those who, you know what, let me say this as well. I will try and do a better job of commenting on when it is you all comment and stuff like that, because it's not my thing. Like, it's not my thing.
I mean, engaging.
Engaging, you know?
Sure?
Engaging online.
Interaction.
If somebody come for me direct, then I will, you know.
You're coming for
Yo, plenty
Yeah,
girl
Notifications.
Huh?
Plenty girl come for you.
I as Super Trini want to sit here in my short pants and just look good. I ain't really bound to comment on all your posts. I just want to sit down in short pants and look good.
Nothing to say. Yo, Tubbs, you should have seen him at the Kes concert. He was.
Hey, you're ridiculous.
Annie,
But both of you was working together on us. It was a two. Both of you was working on us.
I will find the
we
picture,
were
guys.
Both of you was working.
We need to see that.
It was-
We need to see
You
that.
know, I was making sure everybody stayed engaged though.
Absolutely.
Like, for
Absolutely.
real.
Producer, find that picture there.
Yeah, listen, there's no
Find
pictures.
Find that picture.
There's no
Yeah.
pictures, nothing. You know. So overall, I would say that from what I've heard and what it is we've heard, Notting Hill Carnival, if you all get a chance to watch, you know, what the people on the ground have spoken about, that you're already taking into consideration that we want to continue our culture moving forward. If you need to tap into any of us for any support or help, we are here. We are willing. You know, to whatever extent that may be, we are here and we are willing. And if it means just putting stuff out on social media, just ask. Like, it doesn't take much just to say, hey, whether possibly we could share this, because not everything is monetary. And I would say that in a big way, because Digga D shares his music and he doesn't ask for anything in return. And most DJs don't like to share their music.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So if it is,
Been
we
there, done that.
all have that role to play, right? Let's all just play that role for not for your personal gain, but for the gain of the culture.
The culture.
Because that's the most important thing.
Well,
You
we are the
understand?
culture as well.
You know, and we are, it's a part of us,
We
you know,
are
it's a part
culture.
of,
Yeah.
you know, and our representation shouldn't just be what we decide to do, is how it is we decide to share with the next person and push it forward in a positive way. You know, so once again, thank you all very much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for inviting
I shall
me.
Soca, myself, Super Trini Vibes, my wonderful co-host. We say we'll see you again soon.
We will.
And if you see us anywhere, just say hello. We good like that. Love.